broadcasting live 2 days, 2 days away from a new year. I'm talking about 2017. And I am here tonight. We're going to have people, we're going to have guests calling in. We're going to have you calling in a few seconds. But I want to bring on first the man, the myth, the legend, the godfather of, let's see, I'm going to try to do this like Captain Kirk. The godfather of war radio, Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr. Hutch.
Captain, giving it all we've got. The lithium crystals are wearing thin. Good evening, Wayne. Good evening, Spreaker and RSBN. A special good evening to the RSBN chat room moderator, because I haven't done that for a while.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are better than ever. Welcome to the Wayne Dupree Show. This is, like I said, we're doing it 3 hours a night. Y'all got to hook up with us. I'm not opening this up until tomorrow, but y'all won't see me when I open this up. This is the end of the year wine right here. I'm gonna get a little bit busy with that at the end of the year, and I hope that you will too. But before that, we have some guests that are going to be calling in tonight. We got some guests that are going to be calling in tomorrow night. We have the new $250,000 man calling in tomorrow night, Mr. Milo Yiannopoulos. That's right, Milo's.
How about that? He went up to number 2 in the first day of his book sales.
Yeah. He's gonna be calling in tomorrow night. But tonight we got Jim Labriola. That's gonna be good. Even though Hutch isn't Italian, he is Italian, and to hear him and Jim talk, that's gonna be, y'all gonna love that one. Jim Labriola is a comedian. He was on the Tim Allen show, and he was a comedian on there. And like I said before, when we traveled with the Tea Party, he was the comedy bit of the whole thing, and he made him laugh. He had him laughing. He's an Italian from Tennessee. He's in Tennessee right now. You know what that means, don't you? Witness protection program. I'm gonna believe me, he has got some great stuff. And then
some chicken wings parmesan.
And then we also got Diamond and Silk that's gonna be calling in tonight too. They're gonna help us end our year tonight. So that is great. Oh wait, Jim is tomorrow. Jim Labriola is tomorrow. So we got Diamond and Silk calling in tonight. Thank you, Chrissy, for fixing that from Jim tomorrow, Milo tomorrow, Diamond and Silk tonight. So we're going to hook that up. Hutch, end of the year is almost here, man. It's another year, which makes us go into another year together.
From 2012?
It'll be 5 years for us, man.
Yeah.
5 years.
This was a tough one this year. I mean, everything's coming to a head. You know, it's like Sheriff Clark said it best. He said, Obama's like a tenant that got evicted and he's tearing everything up before he leaves. You know, that's exactly what it seems like too.
Well, that's one thing that we're going to be talking a few things about tonight is Barack Obama. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of things. We're going to be talking about the failure that is Hillary Clinton. We're going to be talking about the winning president. That's going to be his title, I guess, right? The winning president.
I'll just be glad where I don't have to call him president-elect anymore. I'm so tired of that term.
Yeah, I am too. And I slip up sometime. Yeah, Trump said.
Yeah, right.
And I'll be he's president-elect. I mean, I know he's president-elect. You ain't got to tell me. Yeah, hold on, y'all. No, you hold up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got to check out the clip that Wayne produced from last night's show. It's phenomenal. It's I forget how long it is, a couple minutes, but it's well put together and it'll make you laugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some of these great clips, and believe me, if y'all have some great calls, I'm gonna try to get those calls on the clips so that people know we have real people calling in. And let me say, within the next 3 hours, Hutch and I Hutch, me, Dan, Stacy. You're going to hear Dan in a few minutes. You're going to hear Stacy coming on a little bit later. But we're also trying to raise money. Okay, we're also trying to raise money within these 6 hours. So if you could help us, great. If you can't, share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Some of you might not be able to give right now, but for those that can, you'll be able to see a little runner at the bottom of the RSBN window that at the lower third that gives you our GoFundMe link. That is our GoFundMe link. And we tried to be we tried to explain everything that we could about what we're trying to do. And we're trying to upgrade our equipment. And we're also trying to do the national syndication radio thing in 2017. We're trying to get on radio. We're trying to expand where we're going. And we need your help doing that. And Hutch, tell them why we are going to them.
Howard, what? I'm sorry.
Okay.
How we're going to what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. I was looking at that lower third.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not up there yet. We are going to you because we aren't.
Oh, okay.
We aren't
100% user or listener and viewer supported, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have any corporate sponsors, which means we can say whatever we want to say. And that's the way we want to try to keep it. But the only way we can do that is if you help us out, because as we get bigger and want to do more things, everything out there costs money. And this is a completely, again, viewer and listener supported program. And, there's 4 or 5 of us, and the logistics sometimes cost a little bit. Our equipment needs upgraded. We need to, if we're going to be the new media, we have to be the new media, and we need your help to do that.
The phone number is 202-470-6738. Phone line is open phones Friday. So you can call in and talk about anything. You can call in and ask us a question. If you have any problems with something that we said, 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. Before I forget it, Donald Trump put out something earlier today, and I responded to it. But you know how I feel. I don't know about, and probably Hutch feels the same way. And probably a whole lot of y'all feel the same way too. We feel that Barack Obama is trying to start some crap. We feel that Barack Obama is trying to pull Russia and some other these countries into a war-like type situation. Now, maybe not war with bang bang bullets and stuff like that, but there's a confrontation that he wants before Donald Trump gets into office. He is pushing this. He's pushing this more than he pushed jobs in the United States of America. He's pushing this, and he's pushing it hard. And Donald Trump, earlier today, I guess Putin decided against responding to the move by Obama in expelling. Obama expelled over 30 diplomats from Russia yesterday. Gave him 72 hours to get out of town. Well, Putin at first was like, well, we're going to retaliate. And then all of a sudden, I think he changed his mind. He was like, you know what? We're going to wait. And Donald Trump tweeted out, great move on delay by Vladimir Putin. I always knew he was very smart. Well, the liberals got pissed off. Liberals got pissed off. They really got pissed off. People even did stories about it. It's a freaking tweet. People did stories about it. And my thing now, I responded, where's mine at? Glad he wasn't pulled into Obama's sick trap. That's what I responded with. And somebody responded to me, so you are really okay with this? Seriously, American Republicans suddenly love Russia, WTF. It's not that I love Russia, but I see what Barack Obama's trying to do, Hutch. I see what he's trying to do.
Well, let's look at his record. Let's look at what he's done with Russia in the past 8 years.
Right.
He allowed him to walk right into Crimea, allowed him to take Ukraine, allowed Syria to be accused of using gas, which I don't really think they did. But he had that red line that Russia's proxy Syria stepped right over. He did nothing. He did nothing when we took our, or actually he's the one that took our air defense, our missile shield out of Georgia, out of the Caucasus. It's just thing after thing after thing. And then at the last minute, you Democrats want to turn around and act, like you're hardcore against the leftists in Russia. You're kidding me, man. For the last 50 years, you have been sabotaging Republicans, including Ronald Reagan's efforts to take down the Soviet Union. Ted Kennedy was collaborating with the KGB. You're not getting away with it. Right. You can try for 1 week. All of a sudden, you're waving, your flags. I don't think so. And just to be clear, I'm no friend of Putin.
Right.
Russia is my mortal enemy and has been ever since I was 18 years old. Mm-hmm. I know what they do. But this isn't the time or place to do this, and that goes for you, McCain. McCain's going to hold hearings next week.
I saw that.
Before his president's even in there, he's going to hold hearings. That, to me, that's a slap in the face.
Yeah, I saw that. And, it's funny, just like you said, and that's how I answered the person that was talking about, I can't believe American Republicans are siding with Russia now. I'm like, but for the last 8 years, y'all been pushing the communist agenda. You've been pushing,
exactly.
Communist like type rules and regulations and doodads and this and that. Y'all been doing that, and now all of a sudden, when your leader is putting these sanctions on this country without proof. Y'all going around saying, well, yeah, that's good enough. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. You can't discipline somebody if they haven't done anything. Or if you haven't shown them to do anything. I mean, yeah, I know. Y'all put out some freaky report that didn't answer the question. But y'all are using the report as if it's proof. It's not proof. And y'all didn't read it. Basically, all you are doing on social media, you're regurgitating some of these stupid pundits that don't know a damn thing. These people don't know anything, and they're living on the seat of emotion. They're living on the seat of emotion, bound by ignorant passion. So, I mean, look, if Putin is going to wait, that's a sign of a smart guy. He's not a cowboy then. He's not like Obama. And I said it because Obama doesn't have proof, and Obama kicked out people trying to force the American people. He's trying to force the issue, man. He's trying to force the issue. He's trying to force people to believe that, and there are literally ignorant, stupid ass people on social media that believed that Russia hacked the election.
It's nuts.
And it even goes against what Barack Obama said. Well, I told him when I met him overseas to stop it, and he did. But then he claims that Russia hacked the election. Now, he met Putin before the election. But now they're coming out and saying, well, Russia hacked the election. Well, which is it, man? Which is it? It's almost like your sexuality, dude. If, whatever, man.
Within 15 minutes. It's just something that's pervasive.
Yeah, Big Mike. I watched it.
Did you like it? That was something.
I watched the Big Mike video.
Oh, boy.
I watched the Big Mike video. That was, and you know what, too? He's right.
Yeah.
He's right. You know why he's right? Because Jackie Onassis, Jacqueline Kennedy, as First Lady, did have a picture taken. She might not have been First Lady, though.
No, that was after. I remember seeing pictures of her. I think she was buck naked on Onassis's boat, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't she?
I don't know if she was butt naked.
They were them real foggy pictures, back then.
Yeah.
But this thing about these leaks, I get disturbed. I was listening to Buck Sexton, who I don't really have a whole lot of time for anyway, since he lied to me in my face. But Buck Sexton's supposed to be a CIA agent and he's talking with another guy that's a CIA agent, and they're calling it fact that Russia is the one that provided the emails to WikiLeaks. And I'm thinking, hold on, man, hold on. Show me, prove that. You got the guy sitting there telling you it wasn't them. You got the dead guy in Washington, D.C. outside the 7-Eleven dead. I'm not so sure that Russia got those WikiLeaks. Maybe I'm off, and maybe I'm not true. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I'm still not sold on that part yet.
We have the soulful conservative that just joined the line, Mr. Dan Adams. How you doing, D?
I'm living the dream, man. I got 18,000 people in my small house, and just doing what we do.
Yeah, okay. You got 18,000.
I'm basically like in a corner in my house where I'm hunched down, I'm bunkered in, man.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I know, that's right. And you know what? Sometimes that's the best place. Be like,
well, every house I get, that little corner gets bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said at the beginning of the show, GoFundMe.com/WD show. WD show. Okay. GoFundMe.com/WD show. Dan, we were talking about how liberals, how the communist liberals don't want to support or easy to accept Barack Obama's bullcrap about this lying report that Russia hacked the elections.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, Dan, it still don't make sense to me how they could hack the elections and purposely leave a trail. Like,
yeah,
they must have got the dumbest hacker of all time to hack the election and not leave the door closed when he left his footprints. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, it's funny if you look at that PDF file that they put up on the website on the federal government's website, kind of detailing how supposedly, and we all know it's not true, but supposedly how Russia hacked in. First of all, you got a PDF file that my 10-year-old niece could have drawn up and just put anything in there to show that something happened. Okay, that's number one. Number two, okay, if some way, any entity outside of the United States somehow, and I'm using the word hack appropriately here, somehow hacked into voting databases, voting booths that have any type of outlet that can get to the internet of things of that nature. We know right off the bat the NSA, that big, huge, wonderful, glorious server farm they have in Utah, the NSA, would have known it as soon as they did it.
Right.
So please spare me this. I get it. They still cannot accept Trump winning on November 8th.
That's what it is, right there.
And they will never. It will be 4 years down the line, and they will still be talking about Russia hacking in on November 8th, 2016.
And
okay?
you know what? It's funny. It's funny you said that, because if the NSA would have just as soon as they would have gotten through, the NSA could have shut it down.
Exactly.
So basically what you're saying is that now our NSA is inept because they just sat there and watched them hack it and not do nothing.
Exactly.
And the most miraculous thing about the whole thing is our voting machines aren't hooked to the internet.
Right.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
They're still using tape boxes.
Exactly.
But let's take this and let's be Vladimir Putin. I'm going to tell you why this is so ridiculous, and this is a projection scheme by the Democrats. I'm Vladimir Putin. Do I want to keep James Brennan and Clapper, who have not bothered me for 8 years, in power, or do I want General Mattis in power, or General Kelly and General Flynn, who are all three going to come after me? Who do I pick? Am I going to hack to get General Mattis up against my generals? I don't think so.
Exactly.
Think, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. And to go on a little tangent here, we have a situation where us gentlemen talking know nothing happened in regards to Russia hacking anything. Okay, so that's just, I know you guys probably were talking about it, but just to throw it out there again. Russia did nothing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you have a situation where Obama, okay, he's puffing his chest out, number one, because he knows that within 3 weeks and however how many days or whatever the countdown is, soon as the 21st of January comes, he knows that bit by bit, everything that he's done for these past 8 years, whatever, in quotes, legacy that he feels that he's left behind is going to get chipped away, chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. This is his last ditch effort of this I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want, get away what I can get away with, and have people talking about me because I'm a narcissist. I'm a narcissist, okay? So I want to make sure people are talking about me and my legacy and things that I've done and completed and thrown out into the world, into the ether. He wants people like I said, he is a narcissist. He wants people talking about him. It has nothing to do with the betterment of America or anything of that nature. It's about him. So he's going to do whatever, keep his name in the headlines, do whatever, disrupt whatever transition. And I love the whole fact that we're going to make this a peaceful transition. We're going to make this a smooth transition. Okay, really?
Yeah. You know what and I'm going to bring on Hutch and Dan in just a few seconds. I had to restart the Skype thing. But listen, peaceful transition, and Barack Obama is doing all of this with the sanctions on it. Well, actually, they went behind everybody's back and decided that they were going to do the sanction thing. They were going to do the sanction thing with Israel. They were going to craft this behind closed doors and then come out and say, well look, we ain't doing it. But when they really did, Israel said, you know what? We're going to give the information to the next administration. We got the information. We got it. We have the information. We're going to give it to, and then let them do what they want to with it. But we know that the Obama administration was responsible for helping craft the UN. They pushed the UN to do this before Donald Trump took office. Peaceful transition, huh? Peaceful transition. Well, you know what though? Let me tell y'all something. You can push him. You can rattle him. You can shake his ground. You can do whatever you want to. Donald Trump ain't no politician. So Donald Trump ain't afraid of what these politicians are trying to do. These politicians are basically acting like little petulant children. All of them. All the way up to Songbird McCabe. They're acting like little children. And every time we see them, it puts a nasty taste in our mouth. We're like, man, I can't believe that the people of Arizona keeps electing this old man. John McCain should not have been elected again. He shouldn't have. There's some more people. Lindsey Graham should not have been reelected. These are old men that don't have any vision for the country, that are sitting in seats, just taking up space. And they were already friends of Barack Obama already at the beginning. You remember Lindsey and McCain was having dinner with was having dinner with Barack Obama. Let me bring on 609. Go ahead, 609. You're on with Wayne Dupree on a Friday night. You can talk about anything. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
All right, New Jersey, go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Wayne.
Okay. I guess they didn't want to talk. Hey, Hutch, you on the line?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Let me bring Dan back in, and let me see, bringing in Dan. Okay. And hopefully the next call that comes in, I'll be able to add them that way instead of taking y'all out and then bringing them on. But no, yeah, I mean these senators, these representatives should have never ever been called. I mean, reelected again. People are reelecting them to do nothing. That's how we got here in the first place. You trying to tell me out of in all of Arizona, there was nobody better than John McCain?
And then you look at the WikiLeaks, and you look at the people that are most standing against Trump, and they all took money from Hillary Clinton's campaign. McCain, Lindsey Graham, and Paul Ryan.
It's ridiculous.
It's there. It's there.
Ridiculous. 760, you're on the line with Wayne and Dan on a Friday night. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Sean from California. How you guys doing?
What's up, Sean? Go ahead.
Well, everybody has a point. Trump's going to be awesome for the president. And, there is one thing that bothers me, though. The Democrats have fallen apart. But we all know that they're so corrupt that they're going to try to rally back after this 4-year period. So we need to be ready to take these people down again and show them this is what happens when you forget about us, the people that you've been elected to represent. And as far as I'm concerned, you are corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats are corrupt. I don't like corrupt people. I want people who represent us and say, hey, you know what? We're going to do what we were voted in to do. That's why people are fighting back and voted Donald Trump. And these Democrats and liberals just want to say, oh, I'm going to have a tantrum and I'm going to be, not nice. I'm going to do everything I can to destroy this person's image.
Mm-hmm.
Please, let it go, liberals and Democrats. You're all stupid.
There we go. Hey,
they can't let it go.
Yeah, no, they can't let it go.
And the thing is, with the Democrats and the liberals, they're going to keep continuing to tighten the noose on their neck these next 4 years. And I look at it like,
I'm back.
Okay. you know what? Something that the caller was right. We've talked about this before, about having to stay in the combat mode so we don't get too complacent. But here's what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is put a subject. They're trying to get something in front of Donald Trump that makes him go back on a campaign promise. If they can do that, then they could try to pit us against him and against each other. If you look at is somebody dialing or?
Yeah, I am.
it's not I.
Wow.
I don't even have a keypad in front of me.
Yeah, me either. So who knows?
But anyway, if you look at all of the Republican PACs during the primaries, and even a little bit after the primaries, all the money that was put against Donald Trump by the Republican Party, not just if it wasn't for small donors are the ones that put Donald Trump over the top. And that's why Reince Priebus stuck with them from the beginning, because he saw that. He saw all this money
Right.
coming in from Jeb Bush and all the other PACs, and it was getting defeated by individual donors. We have to watch out for our own people, man. I'm telling you that there's enemies inside the wire.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring on Hutch and Dan after I call her my sisters right now. For some reason, this is acting up and making an outgoing phone call. But I'm going to try to make this outgoing phone call right now to my sisters.
Hello.
Hello. Who? This Domino's Pizza. This Domino's Pizza. I'm calling for Silk.
Hey, Hey, sweetie, how you doing? Is that Domino pizza with extra pepperoni?
Extra pepperoni. We got we got sausage,
right,
pepperoni, anchovy. You like anchovies?
No.
Okay, well, hey, Jimmy, cancel that. Hey, no anchovies.
No anchovies. Hold on one moment. Let me connect
Okay.
Diamond 1 second.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Silk from Diamond and Silk just a few seconds ago. I'm going to add back on Hutch, and I'm going to add back on Hutch and Dan to the phone call, and she is going to bring on my other sisters.
We're here.
Are we here?
Yes, we're here.
What's up, girls?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I hope you're getting ready for the new year.
Look, Happy New Year, everything about it, and let's get the party started. Are you talking? You hear me what I'm saying?
About time.
Yeah, man. I mean, and look. I know y'all watching this Russian thing, and that's something we were talking about earlier. I got Hutch and Dan on the line right now. Hutch Bailey Jr., Dominant Silk. You know Hutch.
Good evening, ladies.
Hey, Hutch and Dan.
Good evening, ladies.
Good evening. I hope you all are doing well.
Yes, indeed.
Let me tell you something.
Well, you know, he was saying something about Russia.
Yeah.
You know, this is merely a distraction. First it's Israel. Now it's Russia. This is merely a distraction to distract us. There is something interesting going on that don't nobody want nobody to know about, but we're going to find out what's going on.
Yes, Diamond and Silk can smell all of the foolery, and we see all of the trickery.
That's why there's a rat in that White House.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, rat named Barack. I mean, look. Michael Jackson got it wrong. He got the B word right, but it wasn't Ben, it was Barack. You know.
Oh.
And Big Mike.
There's some stuff going on. 20-some days before you're about to get out of office, and you're doing this and you're doing that. You know, we don't need to be going to war with Russia.
No.
Do we think that Russia is very, very nice? You know, maybe not. But don't accuse people of things if you're not for sure.
Right.
Because Russia didn't influence me to vote for Trump. I was on the Trump train from the very beginning.
That's
as
right.
soon as he announced.
Russia couldn't tell.
Down in Brazil, the debate question, I heard Roland Martin gave it to it. We'll say allegedly. That wasn't Russia.
Well, I mean, honestly, if Roland Martin is a black Russian, I'm a white cake. Well, no, you know. I was going to go there.
I'm just saying. You know, I don't understand. Take your loss gracefully. When you get your behind kicked, you take your behind whipping and go on about your business. But trying to accuse somebody, trying to put it in the minds of the American people that somebody hacked the election. How did they hack? How do you hack an election?
Oh, no.
I don't get that. How do you hack an election?
And
you know,
and they're so sure about it too. They keep talking about it like it happened. He came out with a false report that didn't say anything, but it came out like it was proof. Okay, and then he's going to kick people out of the United States of America. Now look, they already mad because Donald Trump said that how he was going to deport some of these illegals, but now they ain't mad because he kicking out Russians off of no proof.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think we tweeted it out last night. You know, you okay with kicking out these diplomats. But what about these people that's walking around here illegally? They come into our country illegally and commit crimes. What about them? You didn't worry. You weren't worried about them. I don't know. I think our president. You know what? He's on his way out.
He's sick.
Thank God that Donald Trump is going to be sworn in on January the 20th.
Yeah.
And he can sort of clean up this mess. Because, you know, I don't want them to try to take and put all of this stuff in play to make it look like that he have this big waterfall that's horrible over his head, meaning he got to counteract this and counteract that. We don't need to be going to war with no countries. We want peace. You know what I mean? We want tranquility, and, you know, we don't want a country that's thriving. And so you can't put all of this stuff in place, and then we focus on Russia. We focus on this here. We got to get back to the American people.
That's right.
And look at Putin's response. Okay, he could have easily done anything within his power to retaliate, and look what he did. He looked back and surveyed the situation and said, "You know what? I've been dealing with that punk that's been on Pennsylvania Avenue for all the time I've been president of Russia. I got a guy that I can extend an olive branch to, because Putin may be a diabolical man, but he's not a stupid man. Okay.
But guess what, you all listen to this here. How is it that we give Iran, well, how many billions? Was it 45 or 40 billion dollars?
150 million.
150 billion dollars
in cash.
Okay, we give them that. We know this country hate us, but then we say, "Oh, Russia, that's a bad country," and there's this. Well, Iran is just as bad.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? Yeah. The deal is we do not want to be going to war and be arguing and bickering back and forth with these countries. So I don't know what Obama's agenda is, but I do know he's on his way out.
It's called covering his tracks.
That's right. And trying to make it look like that, Donald Trump creating problems where no problems exist.
Yeah.
I do not believe Russia hacked into our election.
Did you see how smooth Putin was, though? They told that to Putin, and he said, "You know what? All of the American diplomats that are in Russia right now, all your kids are invited to the New Year's Eve party at the Kremlin. Come on over."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Smooth, man.
And here we have this instance where last year, I believe, where the Chinese hacked into the federal OPM database and got all the information on all these federal employees. I know a few of them personally who had to go and change their social security numbers and all this other crap. We did nothing in response to that. But oh my gosh, there's no evidence whatsoever that Russia did anything. But Obama's got to puff his chest out before he leaves office, and he done lost his darn mind.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, he didn't want to let Putin spank his behind for 8 years.
He did.
But you know what? Let me tell you something about Donald J. Trump. Now, Donald J. Trump gonna give anybody a chance, but don't cross him.
That's right.
Don't cross him.
Oh yeah.
Then there's going to be hell to pay. Period. Period.
And you know what?
So I think he got.
You know what? You were talking. You brought up the spanking. I keep saying on this show, just a few months ago, Putin came out because he was sick about all this ISIS crap. He was like, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are funding ISIS. He said it. He said it on the national stage. Then all of a sudden, that's when the women in the White House decided that they were going to get attitudes. And girl, I can't believe he outed us. And now he's a mortal enemy.
Well, listen, a lot of this stuff that was did during the election was inside. It was an inside job.
That's what I heard.
It didn't have anything to do with Russia. It was an inside.
It was
people just got tired of corruption. Shame on the DNC that it had to come out. We were looking for transparency, and if they were legit, if they were about their business, then we wouldn't have never had to question their integrity. But they were doing some underhanded stuff, and it came out in the opening.
That's right.
And WikiLeaks, I didn't think he was from Russia. So why they blame? I thought WikiLeaks leaked all of this stuff, not Russia.
And that's the thing, why isn't Hillary, if you want to blame somebody for the emails getting hacked, she's the one that had the Radio Shack server in her house and had the Blueberry out, or the Blackberry out. She's the one that gave it away.
The intelligence pick up on that. The intelligence could pick up on everything, but y'all didn't pick up on Crooked Hillary and her email server.
Oh Lord, yeah. I mean,
see, look at that.
I mean, go ahead.
Obama's so concerned about security, as we just brought up with that insecure server in Hillary's bathroom in Chappaqua, New York. He felt all right to using the alias all the time he was emailing her. Okay, really?
Yeah.
You thought it was safe? You thought it was safe then?
Yeah.
Oh, she had a dial-up modem on it.
I'm serious. I mean, look, every time when we look at the Obama administration through common sense eyes and logic, we're seeing one of the most stupidest administrations that has ever sat behind the Oval Office desk. Because, I said earlier, Barack Obama said that he talked to Putin before the election and said, "Hey, y'all stop it." And what did Barack Obama say in that speech? And he did. He stopped it. But now y'all blaming him for hacking the election.
But see, I think they're making a mistake because you don't have real proof. You don't have real
none.
proof, so why are you going to blame? Listen, this don't have to be. Ain't nobody taking sides, because I know probably people up there on Capitol Hill and in D.C. and at that White House probably feel like, well, some of the American people are going along with the Russians. This ain't about that. This is about the truth. We're not saying Russia's angels, but please don't accuse them if they didn't do anything. And we don't believe that they did anything. I believe that the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton, I believe that they are embarrassed. She lost an election. You know how much money they spent? Over $1 billion to try to take down the Donald. And it just didn't work. So let me blame anybody or anything to prove that my legacy still stands. These people really got out and voted. And then I keep hearing where, oh my God, she had the popular vote by what, 2 million, 2 or 3 million?
You believe that?
You're talking about the one down there in California, because didn't that governor give the illegals the right to vote? Well, didn't he make it possible where anybody could vote in California? So is that the state that got rid of 2 extra million people?
Let's investigate that, man. Everywhere there's blue, let's investigate that.
Yeah. They don't want that.
Absolutely, that's right.
They don't want that.
We can hold the election again today. Donald Trump will win again today.
That's right. Well, who hacked the House? Who hacked the Senate? Who hacked all of those other places that we won?
Yes, absolutely. And who hacked the media? Because guess what? Wasn't it? Is it Russia's fault that the media kept telling us that Hillary Clinton was up in the polls?
Thank you
We're
very
gonna blame
much.
that on Russia too?
Yeah,
They can scrap that Russia story. I'm an American, and I'm not believing that.
And that's fake news.
And you know, these people on social media are the blind leading the blind, and you know, trying to jump on us. Well, y'all must be Russia lovers. No. We're common sense tellers, and
let's
we're
let's
common
not
sense
forget
tellers.
who our common enemy is too. We've got these jihadis running all around the world. It would be good for us to have a solid ally that could help us defeat them. You know, we don't have to love them, but they helped us in World War II.
Obama.
That's right. Or our intelligence, that when you see something, say something instead of hiding it. What about what happened in San Bernardino? What was the intelligence then? You know, people got killed right here in America. I know that Obama wanted to think that no kind of terrorist act didn't happen up under his watch, but he lied about that yesterday.
Ain't that crazy?
San Bernardino down there in Orlando, the Boston bombing, all kinds of things happened under his watch.
All these lone wolves. You know what? I kept saying about that? You can keep on calling them lone wolves, but sooner or later you're gonna run into that wolf pack.
Every one of them said Allahu Akbar.
You most definitely gonna run into wherever they coming out of. They might be coming out individually, but
And you know what, Wayne? How you brought out how this administration is the most inept and incompetent that we have ever seen. Here we are this morning. I'm listening to the radio, and the announcer was talking about how the American intelligence agencies interrupted a call from the ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. Okay, why would you broadcast to the world? To the world that you intercepted a communication with the ISIS leader. Really?
Obama did that too.
Incompetent.
Obama
Because
said
you are incompetent and don't know no better. You don't tell the enemy that you know what they're doing.
Right.
You lay low
Right.
and keep that to yourself, and then you sneak up on them.
That's right. And then do anybody is anybody wondering why is it that social media, the media on social media, have everybody now looking at an eagle waiting on his eggs to hatch?
You saw that too?
Is that a distraction?
Yeah.
That's nothing but merely a distraction.
Some
What's
eagle
really going on?
There's something else going
eagle
on.
got a GoPro or something like that, and everybody. I mean, and I haven't even looked at it. I'm like, are you real? Why is everybody tweeting this thing?
But it's the different main media that have that on that particular eagle. That's to keep you distracted on something else while they're doing something else. In Diamond and Silk, we always say it's designed to trick your mind while they rape you from behind.
Don't let them rape you, honey. You got to watch and see what's going on.
See what's going
There's some
on.
stuff going on, baby. Yeah.
and I could get some hate mail for this, but you know, it's the same way with the celebrity deaths. They put these celebrity deaths out there wall to wall 24/7, and it's just like you said, it's a smokescreen.
It's a smoke
And
screen.
now-
That's exactly what it
God
is.
rest their souls. I'm not trying to
Well, I
take
mean,
that away.
but now they killing everybody. Now Now they're just putting RIP in front of everybody up now on social media. Have y'all seen that? People not even dead.
Yeah.
People not even dead. They putting it up.
Did William Shatner really die, or did they just kill him on Twitter?
Yeah, they just killed him on Twitter.
I saw something.
Captain Kirk ain't gonna die as long as I'm alive. Captain Kirk gonna stay Captain Kirk. Hey, listen,
Sulu got to go first.
Sulu definitely got to go first. Oh my!
But you all saw what Charlie Sheen tweeted out.
What the hell is wrong with Charlie Sheen?
Well, I don't understand.
Is he smoking, drinking, relapse?
But the deal is, he need to be really cautious. You know, your words have power, and karma. It will backfire. You may not pay what you owe, but you will reap what you sow.
That's right.
And him wishing death on Donald Trump, he has HIV. Them meds may stop working, and then you end up dying, Charlie Sheen.
Right.
So you need to be cautious how you say that.
Like,
I thought it was very rude. And those are the people, you know what? Those people need to be fired from their jobs. You know, there was a woman in West Virginia. She made a comment about Michelle Obama, and she called her a derogatory name. And the name was derogatory, and they fired her. But there's a flip side to that. Why is it that if anybody calls somebody on the left a name, they're fired? But when they start talking about Donald J. Trump, the president-elect, and calling him all out of his name, nobody get fired, and everybody think it's funny, and they laugh about it.
That's right.
well, you know what? That's been happening in Congress forever. It seems like every time the Republican does something wrong, unethical, gotta let them go. But when the white liberals do something wrong in Congress, nothing happens. Now, I can't say that about the Congressional Black Caucus because they don't have that same protection. But I really don't care about the Congressional Black Caucus because they ain't trying to help no black urban communities anyway. So whatever bad luck come along their line that's what they get. But I mean, that's been happening with Congress members for a long time. Is like
we got to stop that right
Republicans
there.
always held to a higher standard.
It's got to be equal.
Right.
Nobody can talk about nobody and call them derogatory names. Let's talk about the issues. You want to talk? We can talk about the issues. But what you can't do is, if somebody called Michelle Obama a name, they should be fired. And if it's a derogatory name, but people think derogatory names been coming at Donald Trump ever since Donald Trump ran to become the president.
That's right.
And nobody's gotten fired for that. Yeah. Charlie Sheen should be fired from every job that he has for making that for putting that on Twitter out there. Because what he was doing was wishing death on the president.
I mean, honestly.
And you don't do that. That's threatening.
Honestly, everybody just needs to leave. Everybody just need to leave Mike Obama, Michelle alone. Just
Big Mike, she's just doing all right.
Just leave.
Well, wait a minute, you all. She's still the first lady. And
show
so
me a picture. I want to see. I want to see.
Don't
a
do
picture
it.
of
Don't
the
do
bathing
it. Don't do it.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. But what I'm saying is this here. Nobody should be calling her derogatory names, but nobody should even be calling the president-elect Trump. Nobody should call him derogatory names either.
Right.
This is a double standard. It's like, you did that, you're going to get fired. But you got celebrities calling him out of his name. Look at Michael Moore. Michael Moore is teaching people and telling people how to disrupt the inauguration.
Yeah, I saw that.
Michael Moore needs to be arrested for inciting violence if anything go down at the inauguration.
That's right.
You know what? Michael Moore almost got that transgender thing happening every time I take a look at him. You know,
wait a minute.
He's changing. He's changing. He's changing. That's me, though. That's me. That's me.
What I'm saying is this here. What I'm saying is it's got to be fairness all across the board.
That's right.
And if you do, because if it was the shoe was on the other foot and somebody was trying to go up there and disrupt something up there, then when it came to the liberals, somebody would get arrested for that.
Yeah.
It can't be one-sided. It's got to be fair across the board.
I think everybody should just lighten up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's something that people are going to call people names and just deal with it. It's something that the left gets all upset about it, and we fire our own people. Over it. It's something that political correctness has got to go, man.
Honestly, I don't think we should fire our people over it anymore. If the left ain't gonna do it, we don't need to do it. I mean, because you know what? Before
I agree.
Before I let y'all go, I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm glad Donald Trump came along to do it. But I've been saying this for a long time, and I got some pushback by some establishment Republicans because I was saying, to beat a Democrat, you got to act like them.
Yep.
Because Democrats, as long as when I left the party, I noticed that in a sense, the Democrats are really stronger than Republicans. Well, Wayne, why do you say that? Because they'll go to the end of the earth to beat you. Where
it didn't work this time.
Where?
Well, I wonder what was they on? They wasn't. What was they taking this time? Maybe they was on some drugs.
Well,
when they
no,
was
no,
black,
no.
Because it didn't work this time.
Well, because Donald Trump met them at the door and
Because
slapped
we
the
put
hell
the
out of them. That's why.
We took the Republican Party out of the equation. That's how he won.
Right. Because
That's
look,
right.
Donald Trump didn't run as your regular standard
Nope.
Republican. He ran as an American that
right.
stood tall in the right in his boots. And every time they tried to pull that Democratic stuff and everything, Donald Trump was right. See, I told y'all.
That's right.
Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it every time he got in front of the camera. See, I told y'all the media ain't all about
That's
nothing.
right.
I told y'all all this mess. And the media
he took
kept
down
hitting him and
everything.
hitting him.
He took down everything that the Republican establishment put in front of him.
Yeah,
Millions and millions and millions of dollars, all the media, all the power in the party, and kicked it to the side and took it and won.
Yeah.
He didn't run like a
And
Republican.
it was a different ball game, and Donald Trump played every position.
Every
Yes, he did.
position. and I mean, he hit them from so many angles. The media
That's right.
The media kept saying, "Y'all stop," and it was only Donald Trump hitting them back. But
It was just
they were
only
like, "Y'all stop,
Right.
y'all stop," and it was, "Hey, no, it's just me.
like that.
I'm only hitting you back with your own stuff. That's all."
With your own stuff. That's
Yeah.
right.
He did
And
it.
what do you all think about this Maxine Waters?
Kerosene, Maxine.
Well, you know what? But here's the deal about Miss Maxine.
Kerosene,
Yeah,
Maxine
yeah.
Waters. Yeah.
When Donald Trump, when he started working on the inner and urban cities, we will be calling out these black people,
Let's do
the
it.
ones that sit up there as congresswomen, congressmen, whatever they do, and they not gonna help with that. That will, and this will help advance African Americans, black people, whatever you want to call yourselves. No. You being black is, if you don't help, we're going to call you out. And then we're going to figure out how we're going to vote you out.
Yeah.
Maxine Waters gave her district up to illegal Mexicans. Compton, California is I don't even think it's majority black anymore.
Oh, wow.
You know, her district's in bad shape.
She basically said she ain't going to help Trump.
She sure did.
She's not going to beat with Trump. So we going to see this. I want to see how this going to play out with her.
She's going to fight him every inch of the way.
And we're going to fight her every
But
inch
you know
of the
what?
way.
You know what? The thing about Kerosene, Maxine, is the situation with her is that the Congressional Black Caucus ain't got no power anyway. They ain't
That's
got no
the thing.
power.
How are they going to fight?
Right.
I mean, look,
She's been in Congress about 600 years.
Master Pelosi. Yeah, that's right. Older than water and twice as weak. But you got Master Pelosi telling the Congressional Black Caucus when to go out and say stuff, because if not, you don't hear from them. You don't. The whole time that Barack Obama was in office, you didn't hear from Waters or what's the guy that went to sleep?
Silas.
Oh, Silas Clyburn. You didn't hear nothing from these Congressional Black Caucus members.
What's the guy from Detroit? Conyers. That guy's been in 650
John
years.
Conyers. You didn't hear nothing from these Congressional Black Caucus members. And now, and let's talk about Alice Sharpton. Alice Sharpton wants to march before, a couple days before the inauguration. And he didn't march one time. He didn't march one time for Obama.
For what?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Why are you marching a couple of days before the inauguration?
Yeah. Oh, Alice
What is
Sharpton.
that going to do?
Jesse,
He's trying to get pardoned for his taxes. He's going on a tax march.
Or lose an extra pound.
No, you done already lost weight.
Well,
You can't lose anymore.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that head is huge, though.
It is.
I mean,
I was just about to say that way.
When you said that.
I ain't going there with y'all, but here's the deal.
He got one of the
I don't
biggest
think
heads
nobody
ever.
should be marching days before the inauguration. Don't try to mess up Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know, Donald Trump deserved this. Do you all know he went up against the media, the elites, the Clintons, and he won? Listen, they tried to take down his very existence and his business, and he stood against all of that and won. That's why he deserved to be president.
That's right.
And so on his day, it should be peaceful, fun, loving.
That's right.
Not all of this havoc.
And these Democrats and liberals have not learned a lesson at all.
No idea.
They are still tightening that noose around their neck. Continue with the shenanigans that you're doing, because you are not going to win anything in 18 and 20. You will win nothing.
That's right.
We will
That's
add
right.
more seats.
They
Just
keep
get back
rolling
to
out
this
these
way.
old
I
people.
agree. I agree.
I'm
I
waiting.
agree.
I'm waiting for Keith Ellison to at least get close. Just get close to getting elected, and I'm going to switch parties. And I'm going to go vote for Keith Ellison to be in charge of the DNC, because I know just as soon as he get up there, the Democrats are really going to lose seats, because you got this smart talking Muslim, Minnesota Muslim, that went off on Sean Hannity, and that clip is on YouTube, and it made Keith Ellison look stupid. It made him look small. The attitude that he gets with Republicans, I want him to get elected. Oh my God, I want him to get elected, because then when America sees how stupid the direction that the Democrats are going, more people are going to jump over to Donald Trump's side.
Absolutely. And America, what's going to happen is people are going to be able to see, you know what, it's the same old, same old. If you don't agree with them, what they do is they bully you.
Yeah.
People are tired of being bullied. And what Donald Trump going to do, he going to make both sides look shame. He going to show you what a businessman can do.
Right.
He going to show you how a businessman can be a job creator and bring this country together and secure our border. So he going to make some people look shame.
You know, he hasn't taken a day off since the escalator. He goes down to Mar-a-Lago for the holidays, and he's on television in a suit every single day.
Yeah.
But see, that means your president ain't lazy. Your president will work, which is good. We need to see that.
And
He's
that
short in the
Makes
parade room.
us as Americans want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's already said, look, I ain't going to all these balls. I got work to do. I'll go to two, because number one, we all know Donald Trump don't party. He doesn't party like, the regular people. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do drugs, he don't do none of that stuff. Not like the current occupant.
Jay-Z and Beyonce in the White House every other week.
Yeah, but I bet you Jay-Z and Beyonce won't see the White House for a long time now.
No, Kanye will be there.
But you know what? Remember when that statement came out, Donald Trump made some statement about a decade ago. Oh, everybody was outraged about it. Even the First Lady was outraged about it. Oh, my daughters listen to this. My daughters this. But then your daughters listen to Beyonce and Jay-Z. And some of that stuff that they saying, I'm appalled by it. So if you're okay with listening to that, then why is this such a horrible statement? And it was made in the privacy of somebody else's, vicinity. What's up with that?
And they can't handle.
So you're right.
They can't handle baby.
White House for a minute.
Yeah.
They can't handle baby. I'm cold outside, but you can deal with all these rap songs.
Absolutely. There you go.
Hey, well,
I'm
listen.
just looking at.
Listen, I know I got y'all on a Friday night, and y'all are the bee's knees. I love you both so much, and I look forward to seeing you in D.C. in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And but until then, I want y'all to have a great New Year's, okay? And I want you to be safe. And if you were going to church on New Year's night, do it upright. Don't forget those black eyed peas and
collard
you know how we do it. You know how we do
Oh,
it.
y'all know how we do it.
You
Yeah.
know how we
Collars
do
on
it.
lock.
I'm gonna put it.
And me some candy yams.
I'm
Yes.
gonna put it. I'm
macaroni
gonna
and
put it
beans.
right in the crock pot. I'm gonna get it going early. So that those beans are ready. Gotta have that good luck. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotta have that good luck and that money green honey. Yes.
Okay, so how can people reach out to y'all on social media? Please go.
Okay, listen, reach out to us at Diamond and Silk. We're trying to reach 1 million likes on our Facebook page. So Google Diamond and Silk, or like our Facebook page, Diamond and Silk. Follow us on Twitter, Diamond Silk, and visit the Diamond Silk store, diamondsilkstore.com, and get you a Choo Choo Baby mug.
And be sure to go to our YouTube channel, The Viewers View. We are the hosts of The Viewers View, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, thank
There
you.
we go.
You're welcome.
All right, beautiful ladies. Again, y'all have a great New Year's Eve. God bless you both. And I'll be thinking of y'all, and I'll talk to y'all real soon.
Happy New Year to
We love y'all.
everybody. Bless you all. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all go because we were getting a lot of phone calls during both of them. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna bring y'all back. Let's see, 850. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Angela. I'm calling from Alabama.
Hey, Angela, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on the whole Russia thing and Obama's retaliation against Russia for the supposed election hacking. First of all, the term hacking and leaking, those terms have been used interchangeably and horribly abused by the mainstream media. You know, Obama's actions were just measured enough to warrant a response, an uproar from the media and from the left, just enough to get everybody worked up and in a tizzy, but not enough to warrant Putin taking any outright aggressive retaliation measures. Mm-hmm. Therefore, putting Trump in the position where he's going to have to take a stance one way or the other. If Putin decides to retaliate, well, then Obama has him. Obama's like, well, there you go. If Trump doesn't respond, he says, there you go. He's always been in cahoots with Russia. And if Putin doesn't respond, either way, he's put in that position where he, of course we know that Trump's on our side. He's always going to be on our side. But basically having to take sides and nearly making it impossible for any future possible cooperative talks going forward. So all these things that Obama's doing just as he's going out, he knows can be immediately undone, but he also knows that any action that Trump takes the second he takes office is either, one, going to prove his point that, he thinks that Trump was never qualified to take the position to begin with,
right,
because he's not qualified to handle these foreign affairs, or two, he's been in cahoots and you shouldn't have elected him, and there you go, the people had it wrong all along.
Right.
It's just another ploy to try and keep people riled up. So
I see what you're saying.
Come midterm elections in 2018, they're just going to end up losing more and more seats. The more they push back, the more they fight, the more seats they're going to lose, and it's going to be a 98% Republican government. At the rate the Democrats
I tell you what, Angela, I love. Thank you for your call. I love you. I love exactly how you think. 2018, we going at it, boy. We going at it. And hopefully more and more people will be able to see, like Angela was talking about. And I mean, hopefully people will be able to make that determination that what Barack Obama is doing right now is stewing. He's stewing over Hillary Clinton losing, and he's trying to disrupt the Donald Trump going into the White House, and as we know, and we pray and we hope Donald Trump, when he gets in there, Donald Trump will come out, and his first speech will be like, listen, a whole lot of things happened before this. I took the oath and everything. I took the oath yesterday. Now let me explain something to you. There's a new sheriff in town. This is the way we're going to do things. This is who we're going to talk to. Our friends are our friends. Israel is our friend. Great Britain is our friend. That's who we're going to stick with. Now, if y'all got a problem with that, you can leave the country. Y'all can make it a whole lot easier on us. We got people waiting for your jobs anyway. So, I mean, if y'all want to leave,
you know what, Wayne, real quick, just to add on this whole Russia Putin thing. To be honest, I think Putin is paying no attention,
he don't care.
No mind to Obama and his little temper tantrums as he's leaving office.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? Him and Trump may be on Skype right now saying, you know what, man, let's just let that fool just act like let this fool act like this so we can just embarrass him even more.
You look at what he did. He kicked the people out from Maryland, from the Eastern Shore. This game has been going on so long. We know where their people are. They know where we are. We're both listening to each other, and we have been since World War II. I mean, and we both know it. So if they got some emails, we got some emails too. It's what happens.
Exactly.
You know, Wayne. You live near the NSA. Look at the satellite dishes.
Well, I know. I mean, look. Every time I go by there, my hair. I lose.
Right.
I lose hair with all that radiation stuck on there. Hey, I want to. Before I get to my next call, I want to thank Natasha Richardson. Well, actually, I want to thank Natasha for giving $20 for our GoFundMe fundraiser tonight. I want to thank Natasha for giving $20. I want to thank Mr. Ned Morris. Mr. Ned Morris, as a matter of fact, this show is being sponsored by Mr. Ned Morris. Thank you, Mr. Morris. Thank you for sponsoring the show tonight. Miss Nancy Gilbert, thank you for donating. Mr. Steve, I want to thank you for also sponsoring this show tonight. Steve G, I'm going to call him Steve G. And Renee, thank you for donating tonight. For those that would like to give, you can give. Go to GoFundMe.com/WD Show. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. And I'm going to tell you why right after this caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Amin from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What's your name?
Amin.
Amin.
Okay. Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm Muslim. I've been watching you guys since August. And, I voted for Trump, and I like what you guys have to say.
Really?
You and Hutch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? That's different.
Yeah, I know.
And I just wanted to say Obama's acting like a sore loser, like a little baby.
Tell it, man. Tell it.
You better be careful in your neighborhood.
I know. You better be careful up there.
Hutch is hilarious. Bro.
I know it.
I love both of you guys.
He's hilarious. He's telling the truth, though.
I'm just serious.
He always got me laughing so hard, Chuck. I mean, Hutch. Yeah. I'm always laughing hard when you talk. But
yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. All right,
like
guys. Take it easy.
Wow, that was
Minnesota. Yeah.
Minnesota,
boy.
What up?
He said, woo.
I didn't know how to respond to that one.
I didn't either. He was like,
he didn't say his last name, did he?
No, yeah, just
okay,
I mean,
good.
You know what?
I was tensing up. I was muscling up.
Me too.
Veins were popping out the neck.
I was like, wait a minute. Where you calling from again?
You're all right, man. No doubt. Keep listening.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep your head down.
Sir.
That's right. We love you. Just move.
Head on a swivel, brother. Keep
Just
your head
move.
on a swivel.
He be like, I've been watching y'all. What do you mean you've been watching us? From Minnesota? I mean,
they don't call this a Smith & Wesson studio for nothing, man.
No, he's cool, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta bring her on. Lord knows I gotta see. And I told her I was gonna do it, but she's supposed to be calling in on Saturday, and she better call in on Saturday. But I had to put her through tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Sandra from South Carolina on the phone. What's up, Sandra?
Hey, what's going on, Wayne and Hutch? Hey, first of all, no harm, no foul. I want to set the record straight. Last night when I enjoyed calling in you guys and talking to you, but when we got off, my husband got a hoot when Hutch said he'd met a lot of Sanders throughout his life. And he said, yeah, he might have met a lot of Sanders, but he never met you. And I'm like, how about that? And I want to tell you that I'm a retired police officer.
Oh, okay.
And you won't find me on no bar stool, and you won't find me in no bar. All right?
I'm
I did
sorry,
my
dear.
time.
Dear,
I did my time there.
I didn't mean to offend you. I was talking about your.
Oh, no. Hey, no. Hey, look, I got a thick skin, Hutch. Nothing don't offend me. Period. When you're a police officer, you learn to get a real thick skin real quick. You called everything but a child of God.
Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. Then I didn't mean to disrespect you. I was talking strictly out of strength.
Oh, no. No, you didn't disrespect me. I laughed about it. I thought it was funny too. My husband laughed too. No, man, no harm, no foul, like I said. But I found out when I was in law enforcement. You go to them barroom brawls, and I was the one who was chicken winging them up and cuffing them, stuffing them, taking them to the patrol car and putting them in the drunk tank. But liberals and drunks, they got a lot in common. You can't have a reasonable, logical conversation with not a damn one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
You read them their rights, and at the end of it, I always said, "Now shut the hell up." That was my peace of mind. Because I didn't want to hear nothing else they had to say. All right. So anyway, that's what liberals are. But see, when drunks sober up, hey, they sorry for what they did. They sorry for some things they said. But a liberal never sobers up. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with them? It's permanent brain damage. They don't know when to shut the hell up. And then when you come about police officers, in the year 2016, 135 police officers were killed across America. What did Obama say? Not one damn word. But look what he did. I tell you what he did. He was going to release over 1,300 criminals from prisons across America back into society. Well, hell. It's like police officers risk their lives. They get killed. They have to go home every night. And what do? Obama turns them loose and puts them right back out there.
That's right.
Then how many is he releasing Gitmo? One is one too many.
That's right.
And then come on, the FBI and the DHS. I read their little fiction report. My God, I'm reading this thing and I'm going, concrete evidence. Show me some concrete evidence. Well, Russia hacked anything. There wasn't nothing in there. Listen, if I had wrote something like that in an incident report and tried to take somebody to court with it, they'd have tarred and feathered me and thrown me out of law enforcement. My career would have been over. Here's what I think that paper that they wrote on, that report on, is good for. You can shred it and use it as kitty litter, or you can ruffle it up and use it as John Wayne butt wipe paper. John Wayne butt wipe toilet paper. Hey, it's a little rough, but it'll get it off. It's pathetic. And, when Kerry, then you got John Kerry. Here he is out here. This fool cannot chew bubble gum and ride a girl's bicycle with a pink seat and little things hanging off the handlebars at the same time. The old fool falls off and breaks his leg. And then here he is out here trying to school Israel on how they should treat the Palestinians. Listen, he would have done us all a big favor if he'd have just picked up and moved on and stayed in Canada when he ran and he didn't want to serve in the military. This is just pathetic.
Well, so look, Sandra, I'm gonna have to let you go, but I want you to save some of that for tomorrow, please.
Oh man, you don't need to hear what I got to say.
Well, no. Yes, I do too.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do too. But no.
Yeah.
I want you to call back tomorrow.
I don't need no fire water. You can ask my husband about that. I'm gonna crack a jack all by myself. I don't need no fire water.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
My husband could live in the same house with me. What does the Bible say? It's better dwell on the rooftop than the house with a contentious, angry woman. Well, hell, my husband would have to live on the roof if I drank fire water.
Girl, I love you. I love you. Thank you.
You guys have a good one.
All right.
Peace out.
All right.
And good night.
Good night.
All right.
That was Sandra, ladies and gentlemen, from South Carolina. She called into the show last night, and Jim from Mississippi. That's your girl right there, ain't it? Jim from Mississippi.
How embarrassing is it that the DHS and FBI put out a report that's 13 pages long when in the federal government it takes 3 or 4 volumes just to show how to turn the light off.
You know it. Hey,
this page intentionally left blank, and the whole 9 yards.
We got 510. 510, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing this evening?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Is it okay to shift over to a different topic from the Russian hacking?
Go ahead.
All right, great. So I don't know if you had seen that this has to do with the wall and getting started in a big way with infrastructure build. I don't know if you saw that Elon Musk is now an advisor on the team. And something that just, if I could say this almost like a wish list, that I would really like to see is the incorporation of this Hyperloop super train concept that Musk has been trying to promote built right into that wall. So you could connect all those border cities, and you could have spurs coming off of that for transit coming into our, going up to, say, Phoenix, going up to Albuquerque, going from El Paso to Albuquerque, all the way across, coming up.
That's a
going
good
up to
idea.
Denver. That would be awesome, and it would be a tremendous infrastructure build. And I don't know if the team has been thinking about that, but if there's a way to get that message to the team and get Musk involved in that, that would be huge. Because that's basically the mistake that Obama made from the beginning. I know you guys talked about that a week or so ago. He didn't get started on the infrastructure build. That was his big downfall. Mm-hmm. And Trump, I think, needs to get immediately onto that. And you know what? That would put this whole crap with the Russian stuff completely to rest, because you'd be focused on something that would be building immediately for value to the country.
That was good.
State-of-the-art technology. And each one of those ports could become small little micro-cities in their own right. You could embed all kinds of energy infrastructure into that build. It would be huge.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, Hutch.
So think about that. Yeah.
Hey,
kind of play around with those ideas.
Thank you, man. Thanks for that. Yep. Hey, I wanted to update everybody. I want to thank Carol Weinheimer for her donation to the show, to our upgrade efforts, and national syndication. I want to thank Carol. I want to thank Rick Thomas. Tonight's show is being sponsored by Donna Howes. I want to thank her. And I want to thank Jerry Humphrey for donating tonight. I want to thank Mr. Joe Ballack. I think that's how you said. He's also sponsored the show for a week. Thank you, Joe, for doing that. Joanne Gullisnider also sponsored the show for a week. Thank you so much. And Sherry Butler, thank you so much for your donation, your contribution to the show. Those that would like to donate to our show, we're looking to upgrade our equipment and also raise money enough to syndicate this show nationally. That for those that have already given, we started off everything with $900 in the pot. So we just moved that over to the GoFundMe. We moved that over, and basically what we're trying to do, we're trying to syndicate the show nationally. We're trying to take this show on AM radio stations, and with that, we'll be able to reach more people. Now, if you feel like you want to sponsor the show, if you feel like you want to sponsor it for a month, the cost of it is $1,500. $1,500, 30 days. Basically what you get your product mentioned on the show every night because you are the sponsor of the show. You get your product sponsored. And it's going to so many of the AM radio stations from East Coast to the West Coast. And
wait, do you still have that list up that people could see?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me see.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this show moves so fast. We'll get a caller.
Well, I mean, they're calling right now, but we're talking about cities such as Chicago, Illinois, Walla Walla, Washington, Napa, California, Little Rock, Arkansas, Palmdale, California, St. Louis, Missouri, Lafayette, Louisiana, Adrian, Michigan, Clovis, New Mexico, Portland, Oregon, Brownwood, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Clarksville, Tennessee, Cleveland, Ohio, Cadillac, Michigan, Lafayette, Louisiana, Princeton, Illinois, Pensacola, Florida, Little Rock, Arkansas, Bozeman, Montana, Portland, Oregon, Florence, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, Cocoa Beach, Florida, Anchorage, Alaska, Memphis, Tennessee, Sarasota, Florida, Wichita, Kansas, Washington, D.C., Wilmington, North Carolina, that's WAATAM, Columbus, Ohio, Clarksville, Tennessee, Seattle, Washington, and a whole lot more cities from the East Coast to the West Coast. That's where you will be hearing the Wayne Dupree Show with Hutch Bailey Jr., Dan Adams, Stacy Rush. You know, they'll be popping in from time to time, but that's what we're trying to do with these donations. And we're also, again, we're trying to upgrade our equipment. So Hutch needs a new mic. Well, new mic. We're also trying to get a camera over there so that you can see him from now on. You know, you'll be able to see him. Instead of just hearing that voice.
Yeah, I can hear it now. This half hour of the Wayne Dupree Show is sponsored by.
Yeah, I know, right? All right.
But it's so important because I got a message the other day. A couple weeks ago, Wayne was on for one day for 3 hours in WCBM in Baltimore, and a guy called me that I was in a tank unit with years ago, and said, "Hey, I heard Wayne on WCB. I think it's WCBM.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Wayne in Baltimore. He sounded really great, man. You guys are sounding good." And I was like, "He doesn't listen to the show online." You know what I mean? That was just somebody that was driving through, and we can really expand the audience. And the list of cities that Wayne just mentioned, that's only step one.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's getting our foot in the door.
Right. So it's a strong possibility. The guy has heard the show. He loves the show, and he wants us on there. He wants us on there. He wants to do it, and we want to do it. We want to do it. So we need your love and support. So you can go to GoFundMe.com/WD show. GoFundMe.com/WD show. Let's take a 310. 310, you're on the line with Hutch and Dan here on Friday night. Talk about anything. Go.
It's Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how you doing, Wayne?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir. Salute to the Air Force. Salute to the Army, Hutch. This is JC7797.
Hey, JC.
Chat room.
What's up, JC?
Not much, brother. I just wanted to say thank you very much for doing this 3-hour show. I hope we're able to raise some funds. On a side note, the other caller was talking about a hyperloop through the wall. I mean, the wall ain't even built yet. SpaceX is dealing with the Dragon capsule. Let's get to Mars first, huh?
I like the idea that there was already going to be construction crews on site, and that maybe somebody as good at it as Donald Trump could really get the cost down and do more than one thing at a time. That was the part that intrigued me, was just at how long it would have to be and how you could incorporate. But I will say, you have to pay for it somehow. This isn't coming from new funds, and I think the way he should do it is say, you know what, we're going to pay for this wall. Well, he already said Mexico, but any other projects, we're going to pay for this rail line because we're going to take down the Department of Education. And all that money that we spend on the Department of Education, we're going to spend here. We're taking all that back to the states. Or something of that nature.
The true patriots, man. I'll personally help build that damn wall.
I'll
even pay for some of the damn... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I like your spirit, man. I like your spirit. I really do.
No, definitely. It's time now. And then this guy keeps pushing this Obama. I don't even like saying his name, man.
Oh, neither.
But he keeps pushing this stuff and everything, and it's not even... The whole world is watching, laughing at him. They're not laughing at us anymore. They feel sorry for us now.
Yeah.
But anyways, this Putin thing, this hacking crap, trust me, if Hillary would have won, this shit wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't be happening, excuse me.
That's okay. That's all right. Look, believe me, I know.
What it is.
I know. Look, looking at Obama and Big Mike, Michelle, is enough to make you sick. It's enough to make you sick. Just two men just taking over the White House. Just a couple more weeks, man. A couple more weeks, and
hang on.
They can go back to that Chicago bathhouse and hang out.
Amen.
You know what I'm
Amen.
talking about. All right. Okay.
And MAGA brothers.
All right.
Thank you guys. I love you guys very much.
Thank you.
And we got your back
your
100%, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We see your support. Thank you.
Hey, again, we have some new sponsors. Well, actually, we have some new donors to the show. Chrissy, who is helping out Hutch. And Hutch, she said she emailed you, too. So you need to check your email.
Chrissy?
Chrissy, Francis, who is helping to, who is there to help schedule and do some things for you and stuff like that. So,
sponsoring the next 5 minutes of the Wayne Dupree Show is Chrissy. Thank you.
Linda Bradley, thank you for your donation. This show is being sponsored by Mr. Mike Montelio. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Hey, Thomas Cantu, thank you for your donation to the show. Anonymous, thank you. Mark 333 says, love the show. Thank you for your donation. Who is it? Mike Montello said, thank you, Wayne Dupree and Hutch Bailey Jr., Mike and the Easy Money Pawnbrokers. And Chrissy Chrissy put a little note. Thought since I'm Wayne's new executive assistant, I better suck up to the boss. Hey, thanks, Chrissy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, 727. 727, you're on the line with Dan and Hutch. Go.
Wow, fantastic. Thanks a lot. My name is John, calling from Florida.
Hey, John.
It's great to be on with y'all, and especially you, Wayne and Hutch. Now, listen, guys, I gotta take an issue with you, what you're talking here on the Jewish thing, if I may. I'm with the movement and everything, but it never said in the movement that we're going to launch a Christianity crusade here, part of the platform. It was to give the Christians a position here nicely. Okay, that's fine. But it doesn't mean that, in God we trust, not in the name of Jesus we trust. Now, I'm not going to get into the God thing, but that's what it say. And number two, don't please, Wayne, I understand you guys are passionate. I am too. We're all passionate in the movement, right? Who've got discerning minds. And fantastic you all been doing. But Wayne, when you say either you agree with me on the Jewish thing or you get the hell out of the country, that's divisive. Equals. What are we talking about that makes it divisive? The Jewish situation. Well, now let's look into that. What is it about the Jewish?
What's the Jewish situation?
That when we have to the Jewish here thing is this. They're not a state. They're a separate entity. They're not part of America. They're not one of our states, but we're treating it as though it is. And they've been a source of issues. Now, I'm trying to just say this. Mm-hmm. We have to take an open mind look at this. Really, you have to find out if anybody agitates anybody at any time in the human condition. And then we have to find out what is the source of our agitation. And we have plenty of examples. Go ahead.
Have you looked at a map of Israel and its surroundings?
I heard the commentary last evening about being a small thing. Yes, go ahead.
Let me continue. Do you feel that the United States of America is a good country?
Yes, sir.
What good country would let a good, peace-loving, free, democratic people like the Israelis, surrounded by savages, who would not protect them and still say they're good?
You still there?
Hutch, I knew you all were going to come back with that, and all I can say is
you aren't ready for it.
That's a great question, and I think everybody needs to look at that. That's the crux. Why should there be one little outpost of America that is so good and democratic?
You know what?
That it causes such a catastrophe, and don't please excuse it with Holocaust talk.
Hold on.
There's been plenty of that in our own nation.
Hold on, bro.
So we've got plenty of folks that can say, I was Holocausted on. What's the reason why we have Israel so close? My buddy, I'll get off now because my buddy told me they're not. Look, John.
No.
Because they're an outpost, a military.
I don't want you to get off.
They're in the middle as an out. That's all. They're just a military outpost.
I don't want you to get off. I want you to answer his question, though.
Can hardly hear you, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not. We're not. I don't want to throw you out. And that's
Can
what
you hear me
Wayne's
now?
saying. Yes.
Okay. I don't want you to leave yet. No. I want you to answer his question.
I would never leave anyway, but go ahead, Wayne.
Okay. Hutch's question was like, how would you look at us if we would leave our friend over there who is surrounded?
What kind of a friend am I? If I listen, I'm saying, what kind of a son am I? What kind of to my parent when I bring the parent into difficulties in my life? Sometimes tough love, so you let it go. I'm not saying that's cool, but I'm saying because some can't. because some can't let go, and there's nothing wrong with that either. When you have a troubled family member, and we're talking family here, this is all about family. I mean, our country family and the Jewish thing can be considered family. But what do we do with a recalcitrant child? And let's be honest, this is not a nice child. Why? Look at history. What is the problem with these wonderful Jewish people we know we have friends of? What is it about them over here that is such a goddamn... And bring it to light, folks. Bring it to your show. Get the discussion going. Bring it out. What's the problem? So we can either clear this damn thing up and get it rebuilt, renovated, and going forward.
Who'd you vote for?
Just like Donald wants.
Who'd you vote for?
Wait a minute. Donald wants what?
Who'd you vote for?
I'm saying, I knew you were going to say that, and I wanted to say, Wayne, it's irrelevant. But, of course, I voted for Donald. I voted for Donald, and that's irrelevant. You shouldn't be asking. That's another thing, Wayne. Don't be asking people who they voted for. Take them as they are right now.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? I am taking you for who you are, or for what you're talking about right now. And honestly,
Right,
to me as a Christian, to me as knowing that Israel is a friend of the United States, just like Great Britain, it really doesn't make sense to me the direction that you're going. Now, I mean, you know,
it doesn't make sense. I didn't hear you, sir.
Oh,
it does not make sense.
It does not make sense where you're going right now with what you're saying to me, based on how I was brought up and based on my beliefs. I believe that you take care of your friends.
Wayne.
Audio again? What? I mean, what's going on?
No, he's having problems inside his studio. He'll fix it. But do you know why?
I know where he's going with this. I was Christian too. I'm saying I've got an answer. I can respond. I've been there too. I'm saying to get to the point my mindset's at, you have to get through this. You have to grow out of it. You have to take an honest look at the misbehaving child and see what's the problems.
Do you know?
That's all I'm saying.
Do you know how Israel was the modern day Israel was created? Do you know why?
Go ahead, Hutch.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you if you know why.
Yes, I grew up in that. I was born in '52, so I know the scene. What's happened in my life.
It happened way before '52. It happened when
47, something like that. Right after the war. After the war, right?
After we liberated the concentration camps.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Then we created the United Nations, and that was a top priority to get a safe place for these people who were brutalized in Europe to live.
That's
and
right.
everybody was behind it. And the day they opened the country up, they were attacked in 1948. And they were subsequently attacked in 1958.
I'm sorry, you said country?
1960, country, yes. The country of Israel.
What country was attacked?
The country of Israel was attacked by three other countries.
I mean, may I stop you there? May I stop you there, sir? Because look, right there, we have a group of peoples who have been mistreated like hell. And we have many who in history before that in our country were mistreated like hell. And I don't see any people warring the country. I don't see that we give all the Native Americans and all the other ones here that have gone through it. Don't got to talk about it.
We didn't give them.
I tell you what. You know what? Hold on. You know what? We're going to have you back on for a longer stint, okay? Just email me at wayne.dupree@rsbn.tv, okay? And then then we'll have you back on, and then we'll talk, and we'll go from there, okay? How's that?
Great. It's an honor. Please, thanks.
All right. Thanks a lot.
And to all, the best to you all as well.
All right. You too. Happy New Year. We'll have him back on and destroy him later. But,
Wayne, I was holding my tongue the whole time.
No, you shouldn't have. Just shut him down.
No, because I wanted to actually hear what he had to say.
I did too. I wanted to hear why.
I wanted to hear
exactly. He was confusing me.
When he started off, I was like, okay, and then he went off on the avenue he was going on. So I wanted to hear his in context. I wanted to hear everything before I said something.
Right. I wanted to do the same thing, but it just got to a point, and then he's like, well, I knew y'all were gonna say that. Okay. All right. Okay. If you knew Hutch was gonna say it, then why didn't you answer his damn question? You know, Hutch asked him a straight up question, and he went around Yonder's barn and never brought it back home.
People feel that way, man.
So this gentleman honestly believes and I'm taking, I'm paraphrasing him, paraphrasing what he said. This misbehaving child, Israel.
That's what he's saying.
I know.
You're telling me, with the countries that are surrounding Israel, and let's start off with the number one state sponsor of terror in the world, Iran.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that Israel is worse than Iran?
That's what he sounded like. Misbehaving children is what he said.
And you look at the Arabs, the Arab Muslims that live in the Middle East, the most free, prosperous, and having the best life in the Middle East are the ones that live in Israel.
Exactly.
This is something where they've attempted to even bring them into their government. It's something, the whole thing is a leftist plot. And like I said, there's one thing that sticks out, and I know you don't want to stay on this subject, Wayne, but there's one thing that sticks out, and that is if you have a 9x12 map of the Middle East that shows all of the countries of the Middle East, you're lucky if you can find Israel on that map.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It's so small.
And real quick, before you end this topic, Wayne, if you do have this gentleman back on, I would love to ask him this question.
Okay.
Would it be okay, just because of what you're thinking and how you're feeling, would it be okay with your conscience if someday, somehow, and Lord forbid, that Iran gets a nuke and wipes Israel off the map? How is that going to set with you, mister? How is that going to set with you? Is that going to be okay with you?
Yeah, he don't care.
He said when I used to be a Christian.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too.
Christian. Okay. All right. What are you now?
Freaking heathen.
I'm from Chicago.
Heathen. No, why? You know what? And you know what? And I know he's probably watching the show, and I'm only saying that to be funny. Seriously, I am.
Me too.
I'm not saying. I'm not calling you a heathen. But
I'll be glad to have a conversation with you all day long.
Yeah,
no
problem. Yeah. We straighten you out.
But petulant children is not an answer.
No. I want to Allison Frost. The show tonight is being sponsored by Allison Frost. Thank you for your donation tonight. Want to thank Mr. Edward Gerber for his donation. Another anonymous just gave a donation. Mr. Rocky McAllister, who has donated to the show before. Thank you, Rocky. This show is tonight's show is being also sponsored by Mr. McAllister. Anonymous, well, actually two anonymouses. One anonymous has sponsored the show for a week, and another anonymous is sponsoring this show tonight. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to raise money. We have Milo coming in tomorrow night, and Jim Labriola also calling in tomorrow night. We're going to have them on the show as part of another 3-hour stint here. We're going to be taking some more of your phone calls. We're end of the year type of stuff. We decided to do it between 5 and 8 tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening because we know. I mean, Dan knows. Well,
yes,
sir. And Hutch might even know because Hutch got that extra bone thing going on. But Hutch, urban minorities, they go to church on New Year's Eve. I mean,
yes, sir.
That's just how it is. I mean, you go to church.
They buy a new suit on Easter too.
Yeah, you're kind of racist there.
I'm just saying, I bought one.
Okay, well, I mean, just keep it in the closet, Michael. But no,
he ain't lying.
No, he ain't lying. I know he's supposed to be giving away all our secrets and stuff, man. I mean,
I'm the one that mentioned the hot comb last night.
I know. Look, but black people. Well, see, I'm getting ready to say black people,
racist.
Urban people. Those are all our minorities believe. You're supposed to be on your knees praying to God when the new year comes in, not twerking and dancing the night away, But I remember before, drinking cognac. I remember one year, because my father was a pastor, so we were down in the basement of this church in D.C. We were just down in the basement, and we heard my dad was like 6'2", 6'3". He was like 300-something pounds, 200. High 280s, I guess. And we heard this like rumbling thunder coming down the steps. And we was like, come on. We gotta go. My children gonna be on their knees when New Year's roll in. Never forgot that. I never forgot that. As C.O. Bryant, Reverend C.O. Bryant, we were in Tennessee. This is not for New Year's, but we were in Tennessee, and we just got finished speaking at a event out in the field. It was a tea party type of thing, and we just got finished, and we were going back to the hotel, and some of the women were like, "We're going over to the bar, get something to drink," and they called out for me, and they called out for Pastor C.L. Bryant. They were like, "Come on, Pastor." He's like, "Oh no, nope, I can't go to the bar."
I love that guy.
He said, look, he said, just my luck, I'll be sitting at the bar drinking and Jesus come back.
That sounds like something my dad would have said. And to all my people back home in Syracuse, New York,
yeah,
all the current and former members of New Covenant Baptist Church, you know how Reverend Samuel Adams Jr. got down on New Year's Eve. So just throwing that out there.
There we go. Hey, Hutch, you ever been on your knees for New Year's Eve?
No, I have not.
Heathen.
I will
Heathen.
Yeah, all right, Hutch. I'm gonna pick you up, man.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll work.
Man,
I'll get my Easter suit out.
I would love to see Hutch like touching the spirit, man.
I've been to church. I mean, I've been to a Baptist church.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
My ex-wife took that to the extreme. She was it wasn't Baptist. It was
Pentecostal.
Pentecostal. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They get serious.
I know they do. Be rolling in the dirt, boy. I remember that. I ain't playing.
They get the Spirit, boy, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I remember those.
There's no gray. You know what I'm saying? There's no in the middle about anything.
Either you get it or you don't, boy.
That's right.
Get it or you don't. And look, those old mothers know when you get it too. Those old mothers know when you get the spirit. They be like, sit down. Just sit down. I've been there before. I know. Just sit down. Sit down.
And you know you got it when the mother's coming up or the usher's coming up with the tissue box.
Oh Lord, yeah.
You know. Come on now.
How many times? Oh Lord, I don't even know why we're going down this road. I don't know how many times have you seen that white stuff come out the side of the mouth?
Hey, that's what a tissue box is for, brother.
Yeah.
You got to catch it.
Yeah, boy. That's the cleanse.
This half hour sponsored by 110th Street Pentecostal.
I love church. I mean, I love growing up in church. I do. I mean, I love growing up with your friends and stuff, and y'all, be passing notes, sending notes, and all that stuff and everything. You ride in the bus, and Dan, I don't know about Hutch, but Dan,
you always got to be. See, you're making yourself discriminated against.
All right. Okay. All right. All right, brother. Listen.
Now, I can tell you some story about my church too, and it was boring.
Yeah, well,
but it was more. I grew up in church too, a different church. But we used to go every Wednesday afternoon. We'd go there, play basketball. It was all about
David Koresh.
No, it was about. I don't want to say normal, saying that other people's things are abnormal, but it was about like. We went to church camp in the summer and learned how to fire rifles, learned how to read out of the Bible. We did it all. You know what I mean? Swimming. It was all positive stuff. It wasn't.
Sound like a bitter clinger to me.
I got that. I won't deny that. I've slipped away in my older years. I need to get back to that. But then again, my church did too, man. My church they changed, man. They really did. In my lifetime, the mainline Protestant church in America has really let me down. I mean, they've gone into all the
A whole lot of churches let me down.
homosexual marriage and all this stuff. You know, it's like really they were pushing Obamacare. The church was pushing Obamacare. What are you doing? It's not your job.
You know why don't you? They didn't want to lose that tax status.
I know it is. I know that's exactly right. You know, back in the day before Lyndon Johnson, the churches in America took care of the poor. You know, that's where the money went. Well, as soon as Lyndon Johnson came up and the government and the taxpayer started paying for the poor, the churches are sitting on all this money.
Yeah.
And now they're thinking, well, we got to keep this going. I kind of like this Cadillac.
Hey, while we were going down the glorious golden road of Pentecostal Baptist Church, Marianne Erickson just sponsored the Wayne Dupree Show for an entire week with her donation. Debbie, Lady NJ out of New Jersey. Here is 2017 and your show going national. I'm proud to be a supporter of your show. Thank you for sponsoring the show for a week, Debbie. I thank you so much. We got Zoe Van Cleek, who also gave tonight. Thank you so much. She just got a hug, a virtual hug across the internet. And Mr. Ron Weinecke, who sponsored the show for tonight. Thank you, Ron. Or thank you for that. If you would like to find out what we're doing, find out where we're going, you can go to GoFundMe.com/WD show. GoFundMe.com/WD show. I have on with me Dan Adams and also Hutch Bailey Jr. We're going to have Stacy Rush calling in, I think, after 10 o'clock. She said she was going to call in a little bit after 10 o'clock, I think. But, I got to bring on Jim from Mississippi. What's up, Jim from Mississippi?
Hey, I'm looking for the upgrade. I'm looking. Hey, look, the last couple of nights, these people are getting upset. Hutch is going to have a class on Israel because they're getting upset about this a situation with Israel. I can't get
Ain't that
over
crazy?
it, you know?
Hey, they set them up. We knock them down, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh, man, I tell you what, that guy was bitter, wasn't he? I mean, he's got a bitter problem about this deal.
He did seem a little angry.
Yeah, and he said something about tough love, and
I know. What was that?
He said something about tough love. I don't know. I couldn't catch all what he was talking about. But anyway, y'all know that President Kennedy put a man on the moon, and Obama put a man in the ladies' room, did you?
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That was good.
Hey, Vladimir Putin called Obama on the phone.
Putin's laughing at Obama. I mean, he's just making fun of him. I don't know if what I'm seeing is Putin saying these things or somebody else, but he said, he just throwing it back at him, like
he was on the phone with him. He was on the phone with him, Jim, and he said, Vladimir, we need to talk about this man to man. And Vladimir said, all right, put Michelle on the phone.
And,
Big Mike. I tell you what. Now, I got to say something to Wayne. I don't know if Hutch, if you and Dan are you like pro football, but I know Wayne's a big Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's right, Jim. That's right.
I am too. I think I sent you a message
Sorry to hear
or something that you probably didn't get. But Dak Prescott is Mississippi State University is where I went to school a long time ago, and that's where Dak played his college.
Yeah, Mississippi State. Yep.
Yeah, he's a great. Don't get us confused with that other school, that Ole Miss, man.
Oh no, never.
They a bunch of national. Anyway. I just wanted to tell you that because I'm real proud of him, and I know you're a big fan.
He's a good
too,
dude.
But
he's a good dude.
Tell me what I got to do on this upgrade. Well, what do I need to do to go to
GoFundMe.com /WD show.
GoFundMe.com GoFundMe.com what?
//
Right.
And then WD show.
WD show.
WD show.
Okay. then go in there and
upgrade.
Put your money in there, right?
Upgrade, baby, upgrade.
Because it's on the way.
It's on the way.
Mr. Hutch Bailey, your upgrade is on the way. Mr. Wayne Dupree, your Hutch grade is on the way. And Mr. Dan, I don't know, Mr. Dan Adams, is that right?
He's gone now. But yep, Mr. Dan Adams.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all have a good night. I'm enjoying you, and I'll do that upgrade.
We'll
and
see.
Get it on the way here.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us, and we do this every night. We do it every night as long as we're able to. We do this every night. And you hear these callers calling in that can't get through on other shows. Now, it seemed like some of them are like, we can't even get through on your show. But these callers call in, and they are so passionate. And that, we love to hear that. We love to hear that passion. I mean, even the Israel guy earlier. I mean, hey, if that's where he wants to go, that's where he wants to go. Right?
Now, what other show could you hear a Muslim from Minneapolis call up and he was a Trump supporter?
I was kind of
that's unique to this show.
I mean, listen, I was kind of afraid of you.
My man.
I was afraid of you a little bit, and you calling in from Minnesota. But I
was ready.
I can dig it.
It was awesome, though. Glad you liked the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost finished 2 hours, and we're going another third hour. Depending on what tonight's and tomorrow night's shows numbers look like, and I'm not talking about in the way of what we raise. I'm talking about in the way of attendance. It's possible that we could be doing 3 hours for the foreseeable future on Friday night. Hutch is going to move his show earlier to the week, so that will at least give us 3 hours on Friday night to really open up and let the sun come in.
So that's your tip, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost 10 o'clock. Before 10 o'clock, reach out to your friends and tell them to log on, either to Spreaker or to rsbn.tv.
That's right.
And get this last hour, because if the numbers aren't greater, it's not going to be worth our time.
That's right. I mean, honestly, we're doing it. We're doing it because we want to stay close to you, and we're doing it because we want to stay with you. And as long as you're there with us, we're going to be right there. We're going to be right there. We're going to be talking to you, making you laugh, making you angry too. But we need you, and we need you to share the show, and we need you to talk to your friends about the show. We let's see, what is this? 513. You're on the Wayne Dupree Show. What's up?
Hey Wayne, hey Hutch.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Doing good. What's on your mind?
Who is this?
This is Lisa from Cincinnati. Hey everybody.
How you doing? What's on your mind?
Yo, I really want to talk to that cat from no. I want to talk to that cat that was talking about Israel. Here's why, because I'm just learning about it myself. I used to be from the left, and they really do indoctrinate you. They really teach you how to hate Israel and stand up for Palestine. But you don't realize
there's no such thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just letting you know, from the left, that's what they do.
Right.
So recently, I've been reading the Bible, and just that alone would just let you know that we need to protect Israel. Just reading the Bible alone. So I would really like, if you do future that person in the near future, can I call back in and ask them a couple questions?
Yeah.
Please.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold on.
I think what Wayne was doing was setting up an episode.
Yeah. What's your first name again?
Lisa.
Okay. Lisa.
Cincinnati,
Ohio.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Next time we get him, we'll try to reach out to him and get him on the show, and then you could bring some of your education in here and whoop up on him. Okay.
I wouldn't want to whoop up on him.
Okay. All right.
Because he'll really, really leave. We need him to understand and grasp the importance of Israel. It is very important to protect Israel because that is God's land. That's the chosen land for the Jewish people. And so, like, he needs to understand that. He needs to respect it. He needs to embrace it. And so do other people around the world. It's that important. And so I don't want to whoop on him, but I do hope to educate him about what I've learned in the last couple of months because it's that important.
Okay. All right. Hey, well, look, Elisa, thank you so much for calling in. And thank you for tuning in to us on this Friday night. Don't let this be the last time you call in, okay?
Oh, definitely. Well, definitely hope to speak to him soon. So,
okay.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year to you
too.
Hey, in the RSBN chat room and in the Spreaker chat room, I just added the Wayne Dupree Show app, which is found on Google Play. Android is going to be out real soon, and when that comes out, then I'll let you know when that comes out.
You mean iTunes?
It's yeah, on iTunes. In the App Store. In the App Store. It's going to be in the App Store. I still don't know. Yeah, iTunes, I guess.
Yeah, your Android one's the one you dropped.
The Android one is right. And I put out a link so you can download that.
Takes like 14 days for the Apple one for the iPhone one to come on.
No. They were fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought the Android one was the one that was right now. When I was on there, it was like anyway.
Yeah, they were fast. But there was something wrong with it, so they turned it back and said, "Hey, fix this." So I fixed it, and they're gonna do it again. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be on for the next hour. We want to thank RSBN for allowing us to do a 3-hour show. They could, as we know, in the next couple of days, RSBN is going to be 24 hours. That's right, 24 hours. RSBN is going to be 24 hours. They're going to have programming that's 24 hours a day. You can tune in to RSBN. Make sure that you subscribe to the network. Joe Seals and the group. And don't forget Cassie Dillon and Will Narden.
Raised Right.
Raised Right on Thursday nights at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you tune in to that show too.
I think Adam's doing the news, isn't he? Is that still?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, Adam. Okay.
Chrissy, I got your email. My email server kicked you into the junk email for some reason, but I got it, and I'll read it after the program, and we're good to go.
We got 775 on the line. 775, it's a Friday. You're on with Wayne Dupree and Hutch Bailey Jr. on the Wayne Dupree Show. What's going on?
Oh, man, I've been trying to get through to you, and thank you so much for what you guys did at the election time, and I've already sent a donation into Right Side, but I wanted to send something special to Wayne. Is there, I don't use the internet, sir, for that because we got hacked, and I want to mail a check to him. What address would I use?
You know what? And for those that would like to mail a check,
yes, sir.
I'm going to give that information out. That information is also, if you don't get it right now, you can also get it on the GoFundMe page at the bottom. But
okay.
Well, I mean, but no. I'm going to give it to you so that I can have this on the replay too. But it's attention Wayne Dupree, P.O. Box 1404, P.O. Box 1404, Owings Mills, Maryland 21117.
Okay. That's also on your website.
That
you're showing tonight. I'm watching you
yes,
right now.
Yes. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. I'm a 70-year-old Vietnam vet. And
thank you for your
service. I started watching you guys, and I absolutely love all of you. You're
thank you so much.
Great Americans. That's all there is to it. You're heroes.
Oh, no.
So are you.
Yes, you are. You're heroes, man.
Yeah.
I flew off carrier decks in Vietnam. And I'm going to tell you something. You're way more of a hero than I am to take on what you guys took on.
Oh, wow. Well,
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. Thank you for your service.
I mean
nobody even welcomed you guys home.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's okay. You guys have just made our our year. My wife and I are so pleased with all this hard work you did, and I thought, boy, you're really taking on the media, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party. You're taking on everybody.
You made my night
But
now.
they forgot about our Lord, didn't they?
Yeah, they tried to. They tried to, but you know what?
Yes, they did.
8 years, all that.
What's that?
8 years, all that is going to be wiped off the map. All that's going to be wiped off the map when Donald Trump walks into the Oval Office. All that 8 years of forgetting about Christ and forgetting about Jesus and trying to hurt Christians all around this nation. All that's going to be wiped off the map when Donald Trump walks into the White House on the 20th.
Well, I get the biggest kick out of watching you and Hutch, and I just absolutely love you guys, and we're going to keep a support going for you.
Thank you.
I'll send that check in, and hopefully you can send me back a form to keep it going.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
God bless you, man.
Same back at you, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. Let me tell you some more about our sponsors here. John Kowaleski. And John, if I got your name wrong, please don't get mad with me.
You got some Polish in you, man.
Thank you for sponsoring the show tonight. Jonathan Marvin also sponsored the show with his donation. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Sending out a virtual hug to you for your donation. Angela Berrybow has sponsored the show for an entire week. Thank you. She said, "Dear Wayne and Hutch, I love listening to you both. Your show is so informative and you make me laugh nearly every show." Guess what? Trump won.
Yes, he did.
God bless you, and God bless Mr. Trump and Mr. Pence, and God bless the United States of America. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Angela. Sandy Benedetti. There we go.
You got some Italian in you, too.
Hey, forget about it. Has also sponsored the show tonight with her donation. Wayne and Hutch, you guys rock. No, she said you guys kick ass. But she got a little dot.
I can work with that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you so much, Sandy, for doing that. Again, we are raising money over the next couple of days for our to upgrade some equipment. We're trying to get some mics, some cameras, or a camera, a mic, new computer, desktop computer, laptop, and also we're trying to. Oh, there's Stacy right there, and we're also trying to syndicate the show, ladies and gentlemen. It brings me pleasure to introduce the next co-host, because when you listen to all three of us, we've been together the longest. We've been together on the Wayne Dupree Show in its many forms the longest. And now we're going into our fifth year. Hutch, and maybe we'll tell you how we all brought it together as one, but Stacy Rush. How you doing, Stacy?
Hey, y'all. I am doing great, Wayne. I have been able to listen to y'all tonight while I was hanging out with my kids and putting them to bed, and I have been laughing my head off, first of all. Except for the call from the guy. I swear to you, and I typed it into the chat room, I couldn't follow anything the man was saying about Israel. But it's been a great show listening to everybody and hearing Dan and Hutch and Wayne, and what a great night, you guys. It's really been enjoyable.
Yeah, we again, Stacy and Hutch have been along with me. We've gone to many conferences together. We have covered many conferences together. We have been through some hard times here on the show. We've seen many things happen, and I think this is the first presidency that we have been together that we can be proud of, because number one, we're back in office, so that means we're in the driver's seat. There's a whole lot of people out there that are still holding feelings and angry and liberal tears because their guy didn't get elected, but they don't understand that that our side is in charge, and not only not only in the Oval Office, our side is in charge in Congress. Now I know we got some stiffs in there though. We do, we do have some bad people in there, but
and we will talk about them.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we definitely going to talk about them.
Well, and I think, Wayne, because you and I, I have to tell you guys this, Wayne and I were the two people apparently out there in 2012 who were convinced Mitt Romney was going to win in a landslide.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh man, we were so.
I was hurt.
We were hurt. We were hurt real bad. But you know what, Wayne? I was thinking about that as you were talking about the presidency and everything, and I think it took those losses. I think it took 2008 and 2012 to get us where we are now, to have, obviously the Republicans in charge in Congress, but not just to have a Republican presidency, but to have an outsider as president. And I think that's more important than had a Republican beaten Obama either in 2008 or 2012. So I'm just really grateful for this time.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I'm what Stacy's talking about. I just knew Mitt Romney won the last election. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I know he lost. I still believe he won. I do. I mean, there's no way that. In my heart, I believe Mitt Romney won the last election. And I know some of y'all will be like, no, conspiracy. Well, whatever. You say whatever you want to say. But there's no way that that a presidential candidate got lesser votes than what he did in the first election and still whipped Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was a bad candidate, but he wasn't that bad of a candidate. He was a bad candidate, but he didn't really suck. He didn't fight bad. But he didn't suck. But he got blown out. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. My timing was off. Think about where we are right now and what Donald Trump has given us. Mm-hmm. Just think back if Doyle, or not Doyle, what's the congressman's name that ran before? Anyway, forget him. Think if McCain or Romney, if either one of those guys would have won. Mm-hmm. We know now that they're both totally globalist.
Now we do.
Absolutely.
Now we only know now.
Yeah. Now
we didn't know then.
Right.
So we would have been going down the exact same uniparty path that we were going before Donald Trump, and we wouldn't even have known it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I mean, Hutch. Yeah. Point so spot on. We are in so much of a better position as a country, not right or left, just as Americans. Right. We're in a much better situation now.
This guy came out with America First, Make America Great Again, Build a Wall. They called him racist. They called him every name in the book. And every red-blooded American that has half a brain wants all that stuff, except for the politicians and the people that we were championing. We championed McCain. Bob Dole was what I was talking about. But we championed McCain.
Humphrey
we championed Romney. Yeah, right. A true war hero, but owns Dole Pineapple. It's a global thing.
Yeah.
And this guy comes from Queens and takes over Manhattan and is a regular guy whose kids can run a D8 bulldozer and wipes the establishment out. And now they're pretty much taking the other side. If you look at what McCain and Lindsey Graham and Paul Ryan are talking about, the guy didn't even take office yet, and they're up there holding hearings next week, about this Russian fiction. Yeah, so we're blessed.
We are.
I still can't believe, and it's hard for me to because we deal with common sense here on the show. We deal with common sense. You have to have common sense when you come on this show, or when you sit on this side of the show, because we're not all into that conspiracy stuff. So when you're saying that the Russians hacked the election to help Donald Trump, it just doesn't make. It's just not common sense for that to happen. So basically, you're saying that the Russians also hacked all those thousands and thousands of people that showed up at the arena too.
In Mobile, Alabama,
on a Friday night,
high school football season on a Friday night.
The Russians hacked that too, right?
Yeah.
You know.
And regardless of who did it, okay, and to your point, Hutch and Wayne, there is not one scintilla of proof that Russian or any of their, agents or hackers was involved in any of the hacks that resulted in the WikiLeaks production of emails and then the the DNC leaks as well. The bottom line is even if they were, which they were not, what is in those emails can't be changed, right?
Exactly.
I think the bottom line is when it comes right down to it, I think the most impactful thing that happened during the election cycle was the DNC leaks. I think because she was so untruthful and we had so many issues with her, but when you saw what they did to line up Hillary Clinton, the worst candidate that they have had in so long, running on their side, and how they just sabotage Bernie Sanders, I think that was the biggest impact that occurred, and that had nothing to do with Russia.
We have 541 on the line. 541, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Rose. I'm in
Rose.
Oregon.
Hey, Rose from Oregon.
Rose.
How you doing?
Good. And I just have a comment, Wayne,
Go ahead.
about Israel. It is near and dear to my heart.
Go ahead, darling.
And, they waited how many thousands of years to get their land back after the year 70, when they had to leave in order to preserve their lives, when the Roman Empire destroyed their people. And then it took till 1948 to give them something. And they gave them a fraction of what they were entitled to. And they did not even give them Jerusalem, their holy, sacred city. That is a sin. And that's really all I want to say. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Rose, thank you so much, darling.
And Rose, don't forget, they didn't give them Jerusalem, but the IDF took it back, and they're going to keep it.
I know they didn't give it to them, and God will rectify all of this.
Well, you know what, Rose, I thank you so much for your passion, darling. I thank you for listening to the show and calling in and letting the listeners that are listening to the show and watching the show, I thank you for letting them listen to your passion.
I enjoy you very much, Wayne. I love you. I love
you too.
Hutch. I love all the girls and all the people that call in. You're just amazing people, and I really, really appreciate it. I did donate a while back.
Thank you, Rose.
I'm not donating tonight, but I did donate about 3-4 months ago.
Thank you, darling.
And we love you. We love you just as much anyway.
Exactly. We sure do.
Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you. God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how much, if you are a true patriot and you believe in America, then I know that you feel for what's happening with Israel right now. I know that you're angry with what Barack Obama is trying to do behind the UN, even though he's saying that he didn't do it. Stacy, he said that he didn't have nothing to do with the resolution, but the Israeli ambassador says we got proof.
And it'll be funny is when that's released and it will be actual real proof, where the made up story about Russia hacking into the DNC and into the Podesta emails will never be released, will never be substantial. But I believe Israel 100% when they say they have proof that the Obama administration was orchestrating the entire thing.
I want to thank Susan Doyle for I'm sending out a virtual hug to Susan Doyle. Thank you for donating to the show tonight. Also to Michelle Reinhardt for also making a donation to the show. And again, we are raising money for equipment upgrade, and also we're trying to syndicate the show nationally. I read off a list of the names or a list of the cities, and there's actually more cities than that. But those. I don't even know how many I read off, but
about 15 of them, but there's a lot of them.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 33. I read off 33. Were you asleep whenever?
I must have been. I must have been on my siesta.
we got okay, 707 just hung up. We got 814. You're on the line. Go ahead.
Okay, who's this, Hutch or Wayne?
This Hutch Bailey. No, I'm kidding.
It's the Wayne Dupree show.
It's Wayne Dupree. How you doing?
With Wayne Dupree. Your turn.
Okay, sorry about that. Just calling in. Hey, I was listening to talk about Russia hacking, which is I read the report. You'd have to eat a big bowl of stupid to believe there's no evidence in there other than they say this is how they hack. It doesn't tell you that they hacked. Okay, and what was it called? Oh, it was silly. Grizzly something, and then they had like a whole page of Cozy Bear, Cozy Bud, all these.
That's all the names that these supposed Russian hackers go by.
Yeah.
Those are their aliases.
Yeah,
that's their aliases. Well, that in itself was silly. But here's the problem: the thing from WikiLeaks was not a hack; it's a leak.
Right.
It's an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got a hold of the emails or whatever, and gave it to another party, and the party gave it to WikiLeaks.
And you know what,
Tim? Anyway.
And you know what, Tim? Not once has the DNC or Barack Obama or anybody that was named in those emails came out and said that stuff was fake.
No, it wasn't, and that's the whole point, Wayne. You can't. It doesn't, regardless of who got into the emails or took the emails and gave them to someone else from inside the organization, you can't change what's in them.
That's true. You can't. 850, what's up?
Hey, Wayne. This is John Stanton or John PS30 from RSN Radio.
Hey, how you doing?
RSN. How you doing? I just wanted to congratulate you on all the success you're having here tonight, and I wanted to tell all the women in the chat room just how good looking they look tonight. And
he's a chat room Mac.
Oh yeah,
you got a Mac Daddy calling right now. Watch out, y'all in the chat room. Watch out.
And there was a caller on before who said that we need to get to the moon, to Mars first. And he sounded so handsome. Not that I'm into him or anything.
Well, you're digging a hole, man. You're digging it.
Well, listen, I just wanted to say that Trump won.
Right.
And we should be so excited and thankful.
Right.
And we shouldn't give any airtime at all to be worrying about what those dolts are doing on the other side.
Right.
They lost. We've got the votes. We can get everything undone that he's done in the last 60 days. And we can... I'm just watching you on the delay.
Hey.
That's really funny. Anyway,
I was listening to you, man. I was listening to you. You had me so enthused at what you were saying. I had to stop doing what I was doing just to listen to you. So.
Well, anyway, I just think like Trump is doing so many good things.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, the fact that Obama is embarrassing himself again, you know, just like he did in Orlando, just like he did in Dallas, you know, he's destroying his own reputation.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't cover it anymore. I mean, we don't have to cover it anymore. In 3 weeks, Trump is going to be in there. And I don't even want to know what he's going to do with Russia. You know, I just want to hear him hear that he's going to communicate with them, say what needs to be said, and then he doesn't have to get on the air and tell us what he's done.
Right.
So anyway, I just wanted to
Hey, John, thank you,
I see in
man.
the chat room that they're saying I'm drunk.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hey, John, one thing, you gotta promise us,
That's pretty funny.
John,
Anyway, Happy New Year. If I don't get into you tomorrow,
all right.
Happy New Year and best of luck and congratulations on all the work that you did.
Thanks,
I
John.
think you were a big part in getting him elected, and congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think John might be.
John, no skinny jeans, man.
I think John is in New Year's Eve right now.
He's in that mode.
That's my dude, though. John.
It's all right. That's
John,
okay.
Yeah, that's my dude right there. Ladies and gentlemen, 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. You didn't think we could do 3 hours.
Oh, this was gravy.
How many hours did we do on, we did like 5, didn't we, for election night?
It was long. But, now when Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity and all the rest of them do 3 hours, they do 2 hours.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you really look at it.
Breaks.
Yeah, we ain't got no breaks. I mean, I am reading the sponsors of the show, which
but you're reading them. You're not eating chicken wings.
No.
Else is reading them.
Jim Wheeler has just sponsored the show for a week. Thank you, Jim, for your donation to the show. But yeah, I mean, we're doing 3 hours here. Sean Hannity.
Numbers look good.
Yeah. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Again, I want to thank RSBN for allowing us to do.
Absolutely.
They could have closed up shop. They could have closed up
Should have
shop.
went home.
But Joe knows. Because I text Joe all the time. I would have went down to Auburn and did some damage to the new studios if they were going to close up shop on us. That's right. I said it. It's going.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand to Joe, though. I mean, look at what he's done.
That's right.
In the last year and a half. I mean, he took this, the only network in the United States of America that spun the camera and showed the crowd at the Trump rallies. Nobody else did that. And people wanted to see the crowds. Was able to, at the end, the last thank you rally, I think it was in Mobile, the RSBN studios were afforded the privilege of having the feed for the what's it called?
I don't know. You tell me.
The big screen that's up there. It's called the Jumbotron at Heinz Field.
I ain't gonna help you.
I know, as I kept on thinking, Obamatron? No, ain't Obamatron.
Well, and think about this too, Hutch and Wayne, for one sec. Had RSBN not done that, I mean, I just wonder what kind of huge impact that actually had. Because if you think about it, and you think about the mainstream media and the lack of them showing any type of crowd, they would have never showed anything like that. And RSBN did. And I think it had to have helped continue the momentum in getting people out there, for night after night when he was out visiting all of the states. I just think they were probably pretty impactful.
Because what was the game for the last 30 years? The media came out and tried to get Republicans to stay home. And they did that this time, too.
Oh, they tried it hard.
You look back this year, I mean, if you go to the conservative treehouse and you look at the 10 least reported stories of 2016, one of them is the final defeat of the corporate media. Think about it, because we talked about it. They had Hillary Clinton having a 99% chance of winning.
She was,
and we fought back, and we knew it was wrong, but they kept doing it. They doubled down. Yeah. They're still doing it in a way, and it's just the things that the media did is the big story, in my opinion, this year. I mean, you look at the failure of all the prosecutions of the myriad race cases that we had in the last couple years. Every single one of them failed. With Zimmerman, with all of them, with the cops in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Every single one of them failed. The media is done.
707, you're live. Go.
That's what's up, bro. It's Gorilla Plays on the line.
What's up, man?
Hey, I just want
See,
to
I told you I wasn't ignoring you. It's just a whole
I know
lot.
it's all good. I was just getting
Not-
butthurt.
Okay, yeah.
I was calling a million times. You've seen the number.
Yeah, we believe me that the switchboard has been showing a lot of numbers tonight. So
Yeah, it's blowing up. But what I'm trying to break down is like the mainstream media, what we're talking about right now. You got to realize half of them are owned by the same people. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Stacy's on the forefront of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like when they try to tell you like Cali's all Democrat, all on Hillary's side, that's all BS.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Like all those little riots you've seen, those are people getting out of school with their backpacks on. They can't even vote and shit. You know, I mean,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't even vote, and they're just having little riots because people spread rumors that Trump's a racist, all this. But half of it's just propaganda.
Right.
It is, and it has been propaganda for years. I mean, if you think about how things have changed over the last 20 years, and I don't even mean just by news organizations, but look at, too, because they own everything, every type of media that you take in. They own the people who publish books and school books and movies and TV series and cable networks. And it's all within these 6 companies. And I think about the TV that I used to watch 20 years ago and what's on today at 8 p.m. at night versus what was on 20 years ago at 8 p.m. at night. I mean, it's disgusting, and it's completely changed our and it is. It's all propaganda.
20 years ago, people could get on there and make you laugh.
There used to be cop shows on.
Without sex or anything.
There used to be cop shows on 20 years ago, remember?
Yeah, 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12, see the man, change a knife.
Dragnet.
You know what, guys? Did y'all watch The White Shadow when you were growing up?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize Ken Howard died this year. I was just watching this thing. I put it on my Facebook timeline.
Are you serious?
Y'all, I loved that show, and I loved that man. And
That's what they used to call me.
They called you The White Shadow?
Yeah.
I know it. I know it.
That's what
I had to do that, though.
I know it.
I had to do that, because... Anyway,
I know it.
A caller lurks.
Yeah, that's right. We got Carrie from Florida. What's up, Kay?
Mr. Dupree, good evening.
What's going on, man?
How are you doing this evening?
All right.
Well, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you are participating in the birth of the new media right now, tonight. You are participating in it. Because this is the new media going forward. The public, the current establishment, they're all liars. It's all been documented that they've been lying to us. I don't trust them. Do you trust them? No, you probably don't trust them anymore. That means they've got to go. Now, sir, I've been listening to all of your callers call in.
Crazy. Huh?
I'm going to say 99% of them are all saying the very same thing. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, folks, a lot of you all don't understand how media works. Once we get, and I say we because I'm including you, me, we into all of this. Once we get Mr. Dupree on a national broadcast, then Mr. Dupree can keep doing exactly what he's been doing for everybody else. Promote them.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a Diamond and Silk national show? I can. Can you imagine RSDN having a national broadcast show? Oh, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, our first step, ladies and gentlemen, is to get one person, one entity who is part of the team. We upgrade them. We get together our little dimes and nickels and pennies. Because remember, that's what our 45th president-elect did. He was backed by you, me, we, folks. You, me, we put President Donald J. Trump in the White House. We sent in our hard-earned dollars.
Hey, you know, Karen,
Okay?
you know that you got a nationwide following yourself, man. You know, there's people that are calling you up imitating you. Have you checked that out?
Yeah, they are.
Sir, let me tell you. What? Go ahead, Mr. Daly.
Before we run out of time, man, say it one more time.
Your upgrade is on its way. Folks, our upgrade is here. Our upgrade's here.
Hey, happy New Year, brother.
Merry Christmas, and hey, brother, you keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
Our upgrade is here, folks. Our upgrade is here. Let's keep the ball rolling.
There we go.
Be blessed. Thank you for your time,
Karen.
Mr. Dupree.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, Hutch is right because so many people are calling in. They were like, "I just love that upgrade. You know, that upgrade thing. That upgrade. I just love that upgrade."
It is awesome. Thanks, Carrie, for everything.
201. You are with Hutch, Wayne, and the lovely Stacy. Go ahead.
How are you doing, guys? This is Jersey Joe calling back.
Jersey Joe, what's up, man?
What's up? You guys, I love your last caller, and you guys are at the point of no return. You're going to make it over the top. I love you guys. I've been with you since the beginning, and I'm with you.
Well, it's going to be because of people like you.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, well, look, thank you. Thank you so much for.
All right, brother. I'll let you guys go.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I have to say I agree with this caller and Carrie as well. You know, the old media is done, and people really do realize that. And they are hungering for something new. And so, you know, I hope people do continue to do what they're doing. You know, tune in, tell people about it, support financially, because it's not going, the old media is, as much as people don't believe them and don't want to be a part of it, they remain powerful in the way that they can prevent, you know, new media from really getting out there on a mass scale. It gets to be a little bit harder, but we can do it as we, the people, and we can join together and we can continue to get the good word out there, and to let regular American people's voices be heard. You know, that's what it's all about.
You know, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to do from day one is if you sound like you got a direction, and to me, I mean, look, I used to watch Andrew Breitbart. And used to watch those people, those activists get up there. So when I see people like that, I'm like, okay, you know what? You need to be on the air. Okay. You need to be on the air. You need to have your voice. When I first heard Hutch, well, you know, his voice also good too. But when I first heard Hutch, I was like, man, I gotta have him on. I gotta have him on the air. When I first heard Stacy, I was like, wow, informed, educated, passionate. Gotta have her with me too. You know, it's just you just want people, and some of you out there right now, some of you probably have some of the best voices. Some of y'all have called in and passionate about what you want to talk about. Y'all should be doing your own podcast.
Oh, there you go.
You should
right
be
there.
You should be doing your own podcast. 2017 should be your upgrade. You should be doing your You should be out there letting people hear your voice. You should be out there, and honestly, it doesn't have to be an hour. You could do a podcast 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes a day. Pop off, vent, share it. You're gonna get a following, and then that following is gonna get a following, and then long before now you have audience. You have an audience that is going to be with you. That's how y'all have followed and joined us and followed us for so long. Most of y'all were there from the very beginning.
And let's tell them, Wayne, you know, when we started in 2012, we had tens of listeners.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the way it goes. You
I remember that. It was lean.
You got to love what you do.
It was lean.
If you don't have the passion, you're not going to last.
Nope.
And can I just tell you guys one quick thing that I don't think I've revealed on any show of Wayne's or Hutch's or anything. You know, my Twitter handle is Discovering Me 40. And the reason I got started and found Wayne was I just decided to start writing about my life when I turned 40 because I moved from being in town, what I thought was a super, hip chick, into the suburbs and became a mother of two. And then, I just started writing and I found that I loved to write, but I also loved politics. And so after I had my second kid, I started writing about politics. And that's how I ended up on Twitter. And that's how I found Wayne. When you find that passion, it doesn't, like Wayne said, it can be a 10-minute podcast. It can be a 5-minute rant. But when you find it and you've got a passion for it you don't have to have be knowledgeable about every single issue, but maybe you have a passion about one issue of, the Second Amendment or the First Amendment or, changing healthcare or, whatever it is. And you really can get out there and do this sort of thing. You have more power than you know. Everybody out there has more power than they know. And one of the best quotes I love, and I had it up on my Facebook for a long time, is it's never too late to be the person you are meant to be. And so I encourage you at any point in time to get out there, get involved, and especially where new media and politics are concerned, because without the citizens being involved, there's nothing else. We will lose our republic.
Exactly.
I want to thank Susan Jacobs for your contribution. Thank you, Susan Jacobs. I also want to thank Tony Genitalia.
What?
Yeah, look, hey, look. I looked at the name. I was like, how am I going to pronounce that? Gentalia.
You're in a no-win situation.
Hey,
man.
Tony.
And
hey.
I take back the part that you got Italian in you.
Wait, Tony. Ho. Hey, Tony. Hey. I don't know why I didn't say the last name.
You take care of that thing.
Hey, Tony. I'm gonna start calling you Tony. Two fingers over here. I can't even say the last name. Thank you for sponsoring the show for a week with your donation. Thank you so much. Y'all have been great. Y'all have been great on our first night, 3 hours. We still got a few. We got about 21 minutes.
All kind of time.
Yeah, we got about, but we're going to be back here tomorrow night, 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Milo Yiannopoulos is going to be with us tomorrow night. Hopefully he'll bring some of that $250,000 that he just secured.
He had to surpass that, man. He's number 2 on Amazon. Go check his book out at Amazon.com. Dangerous by Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous dude, too. To the left.
He's an amazing.
Yeah, she is dangerous. Well, hey.
Big as hell, though. Big as hell.
Did y'all see that picture? Did y'all see that?
Huh? The one with you and the ladies?
No, the one where he kissed me on the forehead.
Yeah, I was there, man. Remember?
Yeah.
You had to call him out for his bag and his jewelry.
I caught him out on his bag. I never seen no man with no Gucci handbag, man.
and the jewelry going all up the arm.
Yeah. I mean, he was pimped. All right.
Now imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Republican National Convention, Cleveland, Ohio.
He walked in there and owned the place.
Milo Yiannopoulos and Diamond and Silk.
Yeah.
At the RSBN Studios station. It was amazing. Nothing short of amazing.
At the War Radio station.
War Radio
I don't know
station.
what you talking about.
You got to send me the show notes, man. I mean, like you're a little late on the show notes. I try.
Okay, I understand.
I mean, but it was good though.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so
I remember Constitutional Patriot Radio, man. Don't start.
Remember that? 5,000 people were listening to y'all from
Hey, man,
from
George
Africa.
W. Bush's son was listening.
From Africa. 5,000 people. Really? Show us the proof. I can't.
Yeah.
Why is it hard for these people to show proof these days?
Oh, man.
All right,
we've been through some times.
We've been Hey, Anonymous has given a donation that has hold on, wait a minute. Let's see about this. Anonymous just gave us $250. Thank you, Anonymous.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, Anonymous. Al Gallo, thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. This will be open. This will continue to be open until we reach our goal. But we have kicked it off tonight with with tonight's show and then tomorrow night's show. We are going to reach our goal, and then we're going to show you what everything that we got. We're going to show you so that you know exactly where your money went and how it was spent and everything. Okay, because that's how transparent we want to be. That's how transparent we want. So get ready, because your upgrade is on its way.
It's beautiful, man. It's iconic.
It is, yeah.
Carrie, you did some. See.
Carrie.
Keep doing what you do.
And for some reason, I keep calling him Terry. I think he was getting pissed off at me. He was like, dude, my name starts with a K. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, K. I'm sorry. So, Carrie. Ladies and gentlemen, 202 for, oh, man, those calls go in there and go out quick. It's not that we're trying to miss you, it's that the calls come in and then they go right back out.
The show's getting popular, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's just how it is.
I don't know how many calls that we've taken tonight, but all of you have been on the mark, and I want to thank you for calling in. Those that didn't get through tonight, you'll be able to get through tomorrow night. Let's see, what is this? 251, you're on the line. What's up?
Hello?
Hello, 251.
Yes, this is Al from Mobile, Alabama.
How you doing, Al? How you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing just fine. I'm a Purple Heart veteran from Vietnam.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
For your
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about this hacking nonsense. If they really want to talk about hacking, they ought to try China and Saudi Arabia hacking into Hillary, sending her millions of dollars.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
And leave Russia alone. It ain't doing nothing.
That's right.
Hey, you know what though? You're gonna take care of that because your Representative Jeff Sessions is going to be the Attorney General.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my buddy. I've known him for 30 years.
Yeah. Well, you tell him that the federal judge just passed down a decision that said he can still go after Hillary Clinton and the email server.
I hope he does,
Yeah,
because he's not a pussycat. I'll tell you for sure.
All right.
Thank you for adding cat.
Recently, without anybody running against him because they knew they'd lose anyway.
Well, that's always good. That's always good.
I'm enjoying your program. Tell Hutch and everybody I said howdy, and God bless and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Al. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was Al from Alabama.
In America.
That's right. It's a Purple Heart.
Senator Jeff Sessions.
Purple Heart, baby. Purple Heart. Was it 253?
Hello, Mr. Wayne Dupree and Mr. Hutch Bailey. This is Mr. Leo Brown calling back. I talked to you guys a couple of nights ago.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you all for everything you guys did and everything we all did to help get Mr. Trump elected.
There we go.
And I was calling back in to really kind of go over everything that Mr. Obama is doing currently on his way out real quick. And I know you guys spoke quite a bit earlier. Basically, what the man's doing is acting like it's his playpen. He's going to break the playpen before he leaves office. Mm-hmm. And he wants to create all this snowball and fog and all, snowfall and all this fog in front of Trump so that he has all this work to do when he gets in. So he can't do the things he said he's going to do in the first 100 days. Mm-hmm. They're trying to derail his entire plan and all of us and try to prove us wrong. We know the deal. We know what's going to happen. Trump will get in. Things will get fixed. We've got nothing really to worry about. We just have to make sure he gets in office between now and then, and watch his back. And
but the other thing is the other thing is you're going to have to watch the media, because they're a defeated media, and they're going to try, just like they did with any other Republican president, they're going to try to snipe at him all day long. We just have to be ready to repel it.
Oh yes, absolutely, Hutch. You are absolutely 100% on the mark. They're going to sit there and try to snipe him from the hills constantly. They sit there and derail everything he does to sit there and basically turn him into a liar. And we just got to make sure that the people that we know and our friends and everybody else we can get a hold of on YouTube and the other social. Oh, look, there's a real story here behind this. You can't just believe what they're trying to force feed you. You got to pay attention to what they're force feeding you, yes, so that you know you have a litmus test that way. You have to kind of sit there and watch them, but at the same time, you're able to sit there and then go from there, go on the internet, go into alternative media sites, and once you guys get syndicated, like you guys have been talking about, like your Upgrade, and yes, that man was he picked the best statement you could have possibly. You're absolutely right. It's stopping the truth from actually getting to the people.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that, and we appreciate your calls so much. Thank you for calling in. I agree with what you're saying so much, but what I think is such a great thing to remember is that the media, as well as the Democrats, they're not doing any type of internal search to see where they've gone wrong. So I look to them to continue going back to that same old tried and played out playbook. And I think we, the people, have woken up. And I don't think they're going to be as impactful with steering Donald Trump off of his agenda as they have with other feckless Republican candidates and presidents.
808, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Thomas from Hawaii.
Hey, Tom. What island are you on?
I'm in Oahu on Honolulu.
Yeah, I was stationed there for 4 years.
Is that where the Obamas are vacationing?
No.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
I wanted to tell you.
Have you seen
I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you today had all the roads blocked off and the motorcade came through. And I was looking for Obama, but it wasn't Obama, it was Big Mike. I knew y'all liked that because I was listening last night, man. Hey, I just wanted to tell you something.
You
y'all
made the show.
Y'all are gonna get me in trouble with my wife, man.
Big Mike. He saw Big Mike. That was good.
But hey, I wanted to tell you something on the serious note. I find it quite alarming that the Democratic Party continues to call Donald Trump Hitler and his supporters Nazis, but they're the ones that do whatever they can to undermine Israel through the UN and every other possible way they have. Do these people even know what Hitler did? Hitler didn't attack black people. He didn't go after Muslim people. He went after Jewish people. And I don't think these people realize it. You know,
the Muslim Brotherhood was completely with the Nazis.
Oh my God.
The head guy of the Muslim Brotherhood, I can't remember his title right now, but he spent the entire World War II in Berlin. Had his own brigades in the Balkans.
Yeah.
Right.
And I actually saw someone, and thank you so much for your call too. We appreciate it very much. I saw someone on Facebook actually post about that and asking their followers how, just explain to me, one liberal, what is it that Donald Trump and Hitler have in common? Please, I'm begging you, please, just give me one response. And I read through all of them. And the only two liberals that answered were two that just basically said, Trump is like the worst human being on the planet, and that's why we compare him to Hitler. I mean, they are just so freaking clueless.
Yeah.
And they don't have a clue, and it just don't get me started. They're morons.
The thing is, they project, because if you want to talk about Nazis, let's just look at what the Nazi Party was called. The Nationalist Socialist German Workers' Party.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a Democrat party in Germany. I mean, stop it with calling Republicans Nazis. They're Democrats.
Right. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have been the bees. Thomas, you need to call in again. I got you in the book. Thank you for letting us or giving us the update on Big Mike out there in Hawaii. I really appreciate
Mike, man, you killed me, man.
That was good.
You guys, you callers, I love you.
Yeah, I do
are
too.
On the mark.
You are.
You're paying attention.
You do pay attention. You do pay attention. I mean,
because that Big Mike thing is good. You know it is.
Look, how many times? We've heard it like a couple times a night.
We need to get that guy on the show.
I don't know. I was
thinking
about it. I was thinking about it, but he's rough though.
I know, but he didn't swear.
No, but yeah,
he's on point.
Yeah, well, he's
because he said Hawaii.
I know. I laughed and I saw that. I was like, Hutch is gonna make me watch this guy until 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm glad you watched it because I know a lot of stuff. We have so much, now, ladies and gentlemen, you contact us on email and this and that and the other. Wayne more than me, but I get so much stuff from social media. I can't read it all.
Yeah.
And Wayne's much more than me.
Yeah, believe me.
I was just hoping he watched it, and he did.
I did. I watched
Big
that.
Mike.
But look, you know what? And Hutch tells the truth too. Some of you, I would rather get your email than to get a message on Facebook. Okay, because I just don't have time to read all those messages, and they pile up. They pile up like somebody stocking up for the end of the world. Stocking up paper for the end of the world.
I know, man. I know.
And I really want to respond to it because I really don't. Chrissy's out there now. Chrissy's going to be helping us out a lot, but I really don't have time to look at that. But if you email me, wayne.dupree@rsbn.tv, then I'll be able to break it down a little bit and check out the email. I do have to respond to some of the emails that are out there right now, but I'm one of these days I'm just going to take a day and just sit down and respond to y'all because y'all have taken the time to email and contact me and Hutch and Stacy and Dan. So, we're gonna respond to that. Let me tell you another thing that that Hutch and I have been able to do that Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity can't do. I mean, no, I love Sean Hannity. It's my big brother. We haven't even gone to the bathroom.
Right. No, that's some good.
We haven't even gone to the bathroom.
That's important now.
We haven't even gone to the bathroom.
I've enjoyed this show so much; it's gone by so fast.
Yeah. I mean,
that I haven't even thought about it.
We're almost.
This might be a little too much information, but thanks, Hutch.
I'm good, but I do want to say something on the interaction part.
I'm going after
you guys, especially in the RSBN chat room and Spreaker. Norway, you guys have all seen Norway. Norway and I have been talking a little bit behind the scenes, and I'm going to have Norway. He has a great backstory, and he's going to be on Cold War Radio coming up. I have to wait till he gets his equipment right because, phone calls are okay, but he's doing a microphone, and we hooked up on Skype already.
Okay.
This guy, he's a fan or a big favorite in the RSBN chat room, and he got sick a little bit ago, and, he's gotten well. But he'll be on the program coming up. Listen, and I'll let you know when he's coming on. You're going to really enjoy it.
Al Gallo, thank you so much for your donation to the show, for helping us with our upgrade and national syndication. And Mr. Ronald Cook, thank you so much for donating. Again, you can donate to the show through GoFundMe.com/WD show. GoFundMe.com/WD show. We're going to be back on again tomorrow night from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we're not going to get hung up with basically what we're not going to get hung up with trying to stop you from going to your parties or church services. We're going to be on a whole lot earlier. We're going to have Jim Labriola from the Tim Allen show. And and he's a comedian. Y'all need to go out there and YouTube him tonight. You're gonna be laughing all night long, okay? But you're gonna be laughing tomorrow when he calls in. But Jim Labriola, and we also got Milo, who's gonna be calling in tomorrow night too. We're gonna talk to His Highness. Hey,
took American college campuses by storm.
That's right. She did. So,
in the dangerous faggot tour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's faggot. And he'll
tell you about it.
That's what he wants to be called. Yeah, he don't care. So until then, Hutch, how can people reach out to you on social media?
Hey, I'm Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook and Gab Berg's Eye View on Twitter. And if you go to GoFundMe.com/Cold War Radio, I'm doing something that's not as big as what Wayne's doing, but there it is. Thanks, everybody.
Stacy?
You guys can easiestly to reach me on Twitter at DiscoveringMe40, and you guys can reach me at The Right Rush on Gab. Some
of the people in the RSBN chat room was like, that went fast. We didn't have all those commercials like making it last long. You know, we just did what we had to do. We interviewed more. We talked to more people. You got to listen. I told you we were gonna make you laugh here. We might make you angry here. You know, y'all might get a little bit bored here and there, but we try to have a little bit of something for everybody, and we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow night. If you would still like to make your donations, it will still be up. GoFundMe.com/WD show. I've also put in the link to the Android Wayne Dupree Show app. That's going to be in the chat too. So download that and write a review so other people will know if you like it or not. That's ways that you can listen to past shows, that you can share on your phone. You can take us everywhere. And when we go live, you can use that app to listen to the show. So like if you were in the store and you can't watch, well, I mean, honestly, these days you can watch YouTube in the store. But if you're in the store and you want to listen to the show, just all you have to do is pull up the app. And the app plays the live shows as it's going on at that time. It also has a chat window where you can also chat while the show's going on. It's a neat little free app. It's neat. The iPhone one should be in the store within a couple of days. I've been looking out for it, so it should be in the stores. Contact me on Twitter, Instagram, Gab, and Facebook. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. I want to thank RSBN again tonight once again, and God bless you all. Joe's my brother. I love Joe. Joe and Bridget, my boys, they take care of my boys and my dog. Y'all take care of my dog. I got to get back down there. But y'all have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. Set your reminder. God bless.